I won't bless that guy, that son of a
that son of a that poor son, that poor son, that
son of a bitch.
Cool. All right, let's just get right into it. Hello and welcome to the Procrastinators
Hello, and welcome to the
Podcast.
Procrastinators.
I'm trying to be professional, and being professional is when you don't care about what you're doing. So, whatever. I guess it's the Procrastinators Podcast.
I guess we're doing a show. I mean, I don't need it. I don't care.
I've really got better things to be doing, but I'm on the Procrastinators Podcast and Give and Take and Oblivion Fall.
Hi.
As well.
Hi.
Hello. I'm a little tipsy from earlier today.
Yeah, tell me about that. Let's explore that. Let's explore that.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. So, it was a meetup of the Agunari people, a few Agunari people at the pub, the day after we finished camp for the week, which is why I was not here last week. It was an Agunari camp.
Yeah. Would you
which now
explain
has a
that
Twitter.
for anyone who... Would you like... Let me see the Twitter. Would you like to explain what the Agunari is for anyone who might have forgotten?
The Agunari is a scout camp for disabled children to go and have fun for a week with activities and scouty-ish things, but mostly just like low-stakes fun activity stuff.
So
they sleep in patrol tents, they have a little patrol, and I go as a helper to help, and I apparently have been going for 11 years, because I got a certificate this time.
Whoa.
Is it Boy Scouts related?
I mean, it's scout related. It's like it's actually this year was the 75th anniversary of Agunari, so there was a big deal about 75 years ago the first Agunari happened, and it was because the Scouting Association it was Boy Scouts. It was a British guy who invented scouting by saying, I think young boys would like to do things. I'm going to invent that. And he did that. Because he was in the army. It's like, what if there was a low-stakes, like, army-esque thing for little boys to do so that they could feel, like, responsible and learn skills like tying a knot, making a campfire. So he made that. And then the whole idea was to allow young people to have a sense of responsibility and autonomy and stuff, so it expanded into Girl Scouts and all those other things. And then Agunari was like, what about disabled kids? What are they? Surely we can make something for them. And so they did.
Perhaps.
And that's been going for 75 years, and it's great. It's a lot of fun this year. Had a good time. Let me get that Twitter.
Yeah, show me the Twitter.
Agunari. There's a site as well, I guess. Yeah, Agunari.org. You may be able to see me in photographs. Oh my god, how embarrassing.
That's so
I may be doxing myself. Here it is.
We're gonna see you gooning. You're gooning.
I'm gonna goon.
You're gonna goon.
Apparently a bad word or something, I heard. I think.
To who?
Not it's not like a slur. It's like I occasionally will get like tagged on Twitter by someone who's like taking a picture of Thalia, my big booby succubus, and they'll like put text around her saying, are you a goon? Are you going to goon? Are you gooning right now? Live a life of gooning, and I don't know what it means.
What?
I'm scared.
The only goon I know is like someone on Something Awful. That's what Something Awful users call themselves. Oh my god, Gib, I see you.
Oh no,
Whoa.
Where am I?
You're only
there I am.
You're only like 5 or 6 posts down.
Yeah, I'm doing
making.
a kilt. I'm making a kilt. It was a Scottish day. Yeah, we made kilts. And all the kids got to make their own kilt and did Scottish things. There was a caber toss. We had black pudding and haggis something or other. I think it was haggis, or like haggis-esque meat.
I had a haggis once.
I've had haggis many times. It's very nice.
I had haggis in like a
spicy mincemeat sort of.
Yeah, I had it in like a takeaway restaurant one time, and I ordered some over the counter at like a like a haggis Taco Bell.
Damn.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear the origins of everyone's favorite transphobic slur?
Oh,
I'm just
sure.
realizing if people from a Goonery find out that I am on a podcast and the only things the other two hosts have said so far is big boobies and trans like phobic slurs, I'm like, oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't mix these crusty streams.
I don't know if it's technically a slur, but you know, that's where the word troon comes from. Is from goons who were trans. You know, people on something awful. So they just combined it. It was a neutral term at one point.
So wait, what is a goon?
Someone on something awful.
Someone awful.
I don't know what the version of the word goon that I was referencing comes from. But it's probably also bad.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. I'm gonna goon. Like, what the fuck does that mean? I've never heard that.
I think I found some Urban Dictionary, but it's like it's stewing in the coom or something. I don't know. I don't know where the G comes from though.
Amazing.
It's like
spectacular.
I don't understand.
Yeah. If you go to this Twitter, do not mention me at all. Do not ever do that. Don't let them know that this podcast exists.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I saw some weird people using a similar word.
No, it's fine. It's fine having like a podcast where we can say coom a lot. But I don't mention whenever people at that place, because they know me, they've known me for a while. I talk about the things I do. Oh, I'm making a comic. I can show them my website. Oh, I'm making a game. Show them that. I'm doing this and that. I never say my podcast ever. Never would I ever subject them to knowing about the PCP. This is a hard line.
That's fair. That's a good line to never cross, I would think.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm scrolling through more of the timeline here.
Yeah, this is a new thing that before the like social media, because a lot of the people who do scout the Goonery are, huh? What?
I'm sorry, this is not strictly relevant, but I just noticed the frickin' minimalist modern reimagining of the Scouts logo. The fleur-de-lis. They got that too. They got the fucking Scouts too with that fucking modern minimalist corporate bullshit.
Yeah, it's I was looking at like the old programs. I was looking at the old programs because every year there's like a little booklet you receive in the mail. It's like, okay, meet here at this time to get on the coach to go to camp, and here's what the there's meat here. You want to come over? And they have like the symbol of the Goonery and the Scout symbol, and then usually the symbol of the school or whatever campsite we're at. And the more recent ones have this like really minimal fleur-de-lis, and it's like, okay, I mean, whatever.
I don't care for it, but it's
I
pretty.
like the purple color, but yeah, it's just whatever.
Sure.
The Goonery style is iconic, though. You can't minimalize that because it's just lines.
Wait a minute. You mean that logo, or you mean on the bottom?
On the bottom, the style is like a
fence.
It's a fence with like what's called a stile, which is like a smaller piece of wood meant to allow to help people climb over the fence if they're going on a walk, but animals wouldn't know how to use it.
Oh.
So it's sort of like symbolic. It's like, we're helping people,
helping them over
the fence.
Oh, I see. Confusing double meaning of the word style there, but
I don't know where it comes from etymologically. But I think it's pretty stylish.
That sounds like something we should go down a whole rabbit hole to discover.
Hell yeah.
Love doing it.
I need more rabbits down my hole, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just shove them in there, one after the other.
That's a little preview for one of my topics later.
I got a new pet rabbit, but I eated it with my butthole.
You're closer than you think. It's something I found, but I'll talk about it a bit later.
Okay. On dictionary.com. I don't.
Oh, maybe it's not with a Y. Maybe it's Stile.
Oh,
That's what it is.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Old English device for climbing or ladder to climb. Germanic stig to climb. Yeah, so style with an I. And that's where turnstile is from. I get it. Because
Well,
it's similar, sort of.
oh, and you know what? Guess what? Hey, this is exciting. Well, the style, as in form of appearance, design, or mode, type, whatever, is from the Latin stylus. So, meaning a writing implement.
Oh.
So we've got one style from the Latin, one style from the Germanic, and I've been watching a ton of videos this week from a channel called Tolkien Untangled, going into like deep lore of like Tolkien stuff. And so now I know that he would have preferred the fence meaning because he preferred Germanic word. He liked when English words had Germanic origins. He didn't like when they had Latin origins. He thought that was stupid.
Lol.
Yeah, and he was right.
Isn't it funny how styluses and tablets were a thing back in ancient Rome?
Yeah, like
Or like ancient Greece or whatever.
Didn't we talk about this on a podcast?
I think we did talk about the wax tablet.
Yeah, the wax tablet that you could wipe down.
With the stylus, which is just a stick.
Yeah.
They were making it full circle.
They were so close to inventing the Game Boy DS back then. They had one half of it, but they didn't get the other half until thousands of years later.
Yeah, back then it was just called the S.
Yeah.
This is why they died.
They made a Nintendo DS, but they were like, what do we put in? Do we put like a screen and microchips in this? Or we could just fill it with wax? Okay, let's go with a cheaper alternative. I think it'll be fine.
I was thinking
of the Gauls are mad. The Visigoths are angry we did that.
They wanted the new DS.
But if we spend all our frickin' what kind of currency do they had in Rome? Like drachma? No.
Coins.
I'm actually kind of curious what the...
I think they definitely had coins and a printing mechanism.
They had
but I don't
coins,
know
but...
when.
the gold aureas.
Aurelius.
Did not... Yeah, okay, aureas. But if we spend all our aureas, putting microchips in the tablet, then we won't have any aureas left to spend on the grain dole. And then we're fucked. With a grain dole as a cornerstone of modern civilization, and that was their, as always, social communism was their downfall, as with all great empires. So we know better. We know better this time.
Their downfall was letting gay people fuck. That destroyed everything. Romans, one gay person fucked, the empire fell the next day. That's what I learned.
Because of the cum blast, it was too powerful. It
like
shattered all of the infrastructure.
It's like we learned in that movie, The Butterfly Effect. One gay couple having gay sex across the world in China can have ripple effects that spread throughout the entire world and cause a tornado in California. It's just cause and effect. It's just the facts.
I was imagining like ancient Rome. Like, oh, I'm an artist. I have my Cintiq wax tablet propped up on his stone marble like desk. And he's like, yes, drawing a thing. And you finished, and it's like, oh well, I don't know what to do now. New tablet.
Oh my god! I just learned. I literally just learned what orichalcum or orichalcum is.
Orichalcum.
Yeah, because I guess they made Roman aureas out of it sometimes, and I guess it's just some bullshit. In numismatics, which I guess is the study or collection of currency, the term orichalcum is used to refer to the golden-colored bronze alloy used for the sestertius and dupondius coins. It is considered more valuable than copper, of which the As coin
ass coin.
The ass coin was made, which is a bronze. They had fucking. They had too many coins. They're doing a stupid Harry Potter like bronze nuts and silver sickles and whatever. There's too many. Just keep it simple, stupid. I don't need all this garbage.
So wait, is orichalcum like a mineral, or is it just like a different like percentage of something alloy?
It says it's just an alloy, but it's a type of bronze. And it says it's golden colored and it's a type of bronze, but it doesn't go into any more detail than that.
Well, that's stupid. Those Romans should have wrote it down.
Yeah. I guess we'll never know. There's no way to determine these things. Man, so yeah, I've been watching a lot of those Tolkien videos. Those were pretty good. I've also, last week, Simsy mentioned a channel called Explore With Us, which is it's basically the same as Jim Can't Swim. And I watched a bunch of those. Those were wild. You know the kind of videos I'm talking about, right?
Remind me, Jim Can't Swim. I don't know if I've seen any of those.
It's like the deaf pig where they're interrogating Ben saying it's like that.
It's exactly like that. No, it's police interrogation videos, but they're like paused.
This
and
is
then they'll,
why. Yeah, this is why this guy's fucked right now, because he just lied on camera.
Well, all the ones that I've seen they've less been about like. They've less been focused on like here's how we know he's lying, and more about like this person is mentally ill. Yeah. It's not so much about like, I mean there is some of that, like we can tell it's like what their body language is saying, but a lot of the ones that I watched have had like mentally ill people or autistic people
I
or
remember
something, and they explain
one of the first ones I saw
that.
was like a guy who just admitted to the murder. And they could determine from the way he was just saying everything, and it was all factually accurate, that he was insane.
Yeah, the big guy with the long hair, right?
Yeah.
I saw that one. Yeah, that's a Jim Can't Swim. These man, some of the Explore With Us, man. They have the interviews with the frickin' Slender Man killer girls, the ones that stabbed their friend. That's
ooh, I've heard of that one.
Don't take this the wrong way, but they're adorable. I love them.
They killed their friend.
She didn't. First of all, she didn't die. Let's not be hysterical.
I don't know the thing. I just heard it's like they stabbed someone because of Slender Man.
Yeah, basically. They thought they could become his proxies or his puppets or something and live in Slender Mansion. They
wanted to prove themselves to him, so they went into the woods and they did some fucked up shit and they waited.
Yeah, well, I've learned some things about it. It was not really in the woods. It was more in like a small little copse of trees in like a park. But they both. Oh my god! I had watched a bunch, and then like before bed, last night, I started that one up, and I was so engrossed in it that I stayed up way too late. I watched like all 3 hours of it. I could not stop watching it. I loved it. They both. It's these two girls. One of them is like schizophrenic, and I think bipolar. And the other one, I'm not sure if she was diagnosed with anything, but she was definitely not normal. And they both basically like seemed to think that the other one was the one that really believed it, and they were kind of like, no, that's not true.
No,
that's not true. Well, they both think the other one was the one telling them they had to do it. Like, neither one of them knows why they had to do it. They both think that the other one was like, it just has to be this way. It just has to be this way, and I don't know why, and I can't explain it, but we have to do it or we're gonna die. Slenderman's gonna kill our families if we don't do it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, man. What else? I could say a lot about that one. The worst one, though. Oh, the worst one. This was so infuriating. was there was a guy. Okay, it starts off. It's like this is a very unusual interview. Like I'm not going to tell. The narrator. I'm not going to explain what is going on here. Like watch this interview and try to figure out like what's going on. And they sit this guy down. He's got bruises all over his face. They sit him down and they found his girlfriend dead in his house, and he was in the house. And the guy seems confused and he's out of it, and he's answering questions like only semi-coherently. They're trying to ask him what happened, and he's just like, I don't know, man. I just want to go to sleep. And like 5 minutes in, I'm like, he's obviously got a head injury. Like he's obviously got a head injury and he's disoriented and he's not. That's why he's answering all these questions weird. He's got a head injury. So the interview goes on for like an hour, and turns out at the end, he's like, did you figure it out? If you look
closely, you could see that he had a head injury.
Yes, that's it. He'd been shot through the head. A guy had shot him through the eye twice, and 4 open bullet wounds were in his head. And they just didn't notice.
Nobody noticed?
The cops they held him in a car, and then they took him to the interrogation room, and they interrogated him for 6 hours because they didn't notice obvious, visible, open bullet wounds in his head. And it sucked.
Was
so
there no
bad.
blood coming out?
He had blood on him. He had bruised. He was like bruised severely, like in the face.
Did he? I'm assuming he somehow survived, because like if it's 6 hours,
kind of
being conscious.
Okay,
with that,
for the full
I've
story.
heard of people getting shot, or like a steam engine guy got a train explosion, iron bar through the head, and his brain was like cut, but he was like, oh yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, it was basically like that. He was. Okay, he had apparently been, like, in his house for, like, 2 days or something before the cops found him. So he'd already been, like, just walking around, not knowing what was going on with, like, he'd been shot through the head. Then the cops find him. They don't recognize that this guy obviously needs to go to the hospital, like, not now, but, like, a long time ago, really. And they just don't. It was so obvious. Like, instantly, I'm like, he's obviously suffering a head injury. And, like, of course, that's what was going on. And, so they waste 6 hours during which he, like, desperately needed medical treatment. They eventually figure it out and get him to the hospital. And, you know, they get him surgery and stuff. They try to put his head back together. They have to remove part of his brain. He does survive, but he's never the same. He has like terrible seizures for the rest of his life, and a couple years later, he does die.
That's so freaky. I don't like thinking about that.
No.
Wow.
The guy's talking to him, and he's asking him like, "Do you remember what happened?" And he's like, at first he says like, "Yeah, we had bows and arrows. We had bows and arrows," and he's like, what? And then he explains what he means by the bow and arrow, and he's like, you mean revolvers? And he's like, you mean a gun? He's like, yeah, revolvers. That's what I said, revolvers. And the
neurons are firing into the open air. They're just falling out.
And then
him.
he keeps changing the story. Like first, like he talks about the girlfriend. He says she's someone else's girlfriend. Then she says it's his. And then there's another girl. And then there's another guy. And then at one point, just totally randomly, he's like, oh yeah, so-and-so and his dad, they broke into our house and they shot us. But, like, I gotta go. Like, I just want to go home and go to sleep. And he's like, what, they shot you? He's like, yeah, where they shoot you? They shot me in the eye. And the cop is like...
The fact that he knew that that's where he was shot, but he just didn't do anything about it because he got shot in the brain. God.
He just thought, like, you'd be dead if you got shot in the eye. So, like, obviously that's not what happened. But it is what happened. It takes him a while for the guy to say it, though, because, like, he's having trouble remembering stuff. I mean, just fuck cops. This made me really mad.
Yikes.
Apparently, and I didn't see this, but apparently, like, they took photos. Like when they brought him in for questioning, they took photos of him, and apparently you can see the open head wounds in the photos.
I guess they just didn't look at them. We'll need that later. Let's take a picture.
Oh, man. That one was fucking infuriating. I'm trying to...
I don't want to watch that. I don't want to know about that.
That one's really troubling. That one made me sick.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
feeling a
wanna
little
see that.
woozy.
Yeah, the Slender Man though, loved it. I mean, I know they did a crime. Like, it's really horrible that what they did to their friend, but like, they both just like seem they're both being like melodramatic about it. They're both the schizophrenic one keeps being like, she keeps being like, it was just necessary. It just had to happen. You know, she says it in like a melodramatic way, like she's narrating like a movie or something, or like I think, you know, I just wanted to live with no regrets. Yeah, I just and the other one is like scared and nervous, and sometimes she starts crying, but then other times she gets really animated and she starts just rattling off facts about the creepypasta wiki. She just starts explaining to the cop like who Zalgo is and who Slenderman is and who Jack the Killer is.
Jack the Ripper, you mean? I mean, Jeff the Killer. I mean, fuck.
There is
Jack the Ripper. Oh,
wait,
there's only one killer in the world.
There are Jacks. There's Eyeless Jack, I learned, and there's shit. There was another Jack too, and I forget. And it's honestly, she says she doesn't believe it anymore. She says that while they were on the run, like while they were walking down the highway, trying to walk to the woods of Wisconsin to find the Slender Mansion. Like, apparently they
Slender Mansion?
Yeah, they literally were walking down the highway in the direction of what they thought the Slender Mansion was. And they broke down and started crying on the sidewalk, or not the sidewalk, the shoulder of the road. And apparently the schizophrenic one like basically like cried out in prayer to Slender Man, like, save us. And nothing happened, and it shattered the other one's faith. It shattered her faith that Slender Man was real, and now she doesn't believe it anymore.
How old were they?
12.
Like 6?
I think they were like 12.
Yeah,
too old for this. But they seem to believe it. They seem pretty. Well, no, that one seems to believe it. The other one, it's the schizophrenic one. It's a little harder to tell. She seems really like detached.
Don't go on the internet.
Do not go on the internet.
I don't know much about this other kid that I've seen like footage of.
Morgan was a schizophrenic one, and Anissa was the other one.
No, I mean, like, I've heard of a different one that was like the inspiration for Kara in Undertale. It's like a little girl, looks just like Frisk, who is being interviewed saying, like, just admitting that she puts needles in her little brother.
Oh,
because
I've never heard about that.
There's this, like, little kid wearing, like, a similar jumper to Frisk from Undertale, and she's got, like, the little bob hair thing. She's just admitting to this interviewer that she does terrible things, and she's, like, obviously doesn't care about the consequences or the ramifications. It's just like, yeah, I just do it. It's like, it's a really creepy, like, she's, like, 5 or something.
Gross. No, I haven't. I didn't even know about that.
Scary. Kids are fucked up. We should end kids. Bring back abortion, baby.
This is because they banned abortion. That's why the Slender Man killings happened.
Yes.
They're just so chunibyo. They're so chunibyo about it. They were planning
fucking kawaii when they stabbed that girl.
They were planning it for like, oh, it's so awful. They were planning it for like months. They were gonna have like a sleepover, and they were gonna do it they were gonna have the 3 of them were gonna sleep over, and they were gonna like stab her in her sleep and then run away in the middle of the night. But I guess it didn't work out for some reason. They couldn't do that. One of them said, the schizophrenic one said, Morgan said, I'm gonna set my alarm in my headphones. I'm gonna set the alarm for the middle of the night. And I'll wake you up in the middle of the night, and that's when we'll do it. And I guess she didn't set the alarm. They both seem to like not have really wanted to do it. They both talk about it like it's just this fatalistic thing that like, well, we just had to do. There was nothing we could do. I
I
Yeah.
kind of understand like kid mindset where like if one of them tells the other, our parents are gonna die if we don't do what Slenderman says, and the
They-
other one's like, oh
yeah.
no,
They both
oh no, and they just believe it, and then but I don't know, the going that far seems abnormal.
I mean, yeah, for sure. They both think the other one is the one that told them that, like, Slenderman will kill our families if we don't do this. Neither of them thinks it was their idea, which is very strange. They both sort of paint the other one as like the leader, and they were just a follower. Yeah, but she didn't set her alarm. She didn't set her alarm, and so the next morning they wake up, and Morgan says Anissa was angry at me for not setting my alarm, so we didn't do it. But Anissa says Morgan was being nice. She let me sleep in because I didn't want to do it. So I guess they went to the park, and they were playing hide and seek in the park, and they did it in like a copse of trees. Wait, this is great. They said Anissa said now, and Morgan jumped. Okay, Morgan says that Anissa says now Kitty because Kitty was like Morgan's code name. Kitty says my code name Morgan says my code name was Kitty and Anissa's code name was Scorpion. And she says that Anissa says now. And no, Anissa says that she said now, and then Morgan said, "Don't be scared, I'm just a little kitty," and jumped on her and stabbed her. Apparently, her plan was to become, when she ascended to the ranks of, someone on the Creepypasta wiki, someone who lived in the Slender Mansion, her like killer name was going to be Kitty, and she was going to draw whiskers on her face. But then that was going to be her gimmick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but then she says, no, Anissa gave me that name just because I have cats, and she says I act like a cat sometimes. Like Anissa says that I'm Kitty. It wasn't my idea. It's just really bizarre. They both, they're 12, so they're too old for this. But they act like little kids, like maybe like 8 or 10, which is not like super weird for a 12-year-old. Like some kids are just like that. But they're acting like it while they're talking about like, we stabbed our friend. And apparently Morgan did the stabbing, and then the one that they stabbed is just kind of like crying out in pain, and like she's yelling at them like, "I hate you, I trusted you, how could you do this to me?" And then like crying because it hurts. And they're just like, "Okay, well, we're gonna go get help, you stay here." But secretly, they weren't going to get help. They were just going to run away to Slender Mansion and let her die. She had to die. It was all part of the plan. There was nothing they could do. Yeah.
It's so odd because like the way you're describing it is sort of like a little kid plan to like steal from the cookie jar.
It sounds
like, because
they
were on
talk
the
about it
wiki
like they talk about it like they were playing a game.
Yeah, but like because they had read, what was the wiki thing?
The Creepypasta wiki.
The Creepypasta wiki, that they thought that was harmless, or maybe, I don't know. How do you, I suppose if you've never like dealt with like blood and death, you wouldn't really think about it until it's suddenly there, and it's like, oh no. Terrible situation.
Morgan says that like, Anissa was the one that wanted to do it. It was Anissa's idea. But then when the time came, she couldn't do it. She made me do it. She gave me the knife and said, "You have to be the one to do it. I can't do it. I'm too scared." And Anissa says, like, Anissa also says, like, I was too scared. I couldn't do it. I'm too squeamish. I'm too nice of a person. I couldn't stab someone. I could hurt myself, but like, if it was someone else's blood, I couldn't stand it. I couldn't look at that. And that's like hours after conspiring to murder her friend and stabbing her in a copse of trees in the park. It's unclear if Anissa did any stabbing herself. It sounds like no. But
it really is. It really do be like, don't go on the internet. Don't end up on the Creepypasta wiki and get weird ideas when you're that young.
it's clear that these two are like, there's something wrong with these two, but also it's not like so profoundly wrong that it's like this is inevitable, like they were like natural serial killers. I think it was like a weird perfect storm of like these two girls have something wrong with them, and then they fall down this rabbit hole of lore about, you know, these like sexy monster killers, and there's all these like legends on the internet that like, oh, you can become one of them. And then the two of them like fed off of each other and like talked about it and like and validated one another's like weird beliefs about it. And then this like they don't talk about, like they didn't even seem to want to do it. They don't have any plans to do it again. They never thought about doing anything like this to anyone else. They don't like kill small animals or anything like that. It just seems like a really weird one-off event that just happened due to a bizarre confluence of factors. Oh, I watched another one about a lady who left her baby in the dumpster. That one was fucked up. Yeah. Some people found a baby in the dumpster, and that one was kind of sad. I mean, I don't know. The lady, like, she knows what she did was wrong. She doesn't really have like an explanation for it. She says she was scared, but she doesn't really like explain what she was scared of. Like, she doesn't say that like, oh, I couldn't afford it, like I couldn't take care of a baby. She apparently hid the pregnancy from her parents, which might be, maybe she was scared that like her mom was going to be mad that she got pregnant and she found out, so she hid the whole thing and then discarded the evidence, basically. And that's like,
hey.
Yeah.
This whole thing sounds like a real fucked up thing to watch.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess I can see why it would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of videos. I think the only other one I watched a few because I just started these like yesterday. The last one was about like an emo girl, like a legit emo girl back in like 2008 or something, who just for fun, like just to see what it felt like murdered her neighbor, like her younger neighbor girl in like the woods, like strangled her, slit her throat, and then like buried her. And she has the interview with her grandma in the room, and when she admits that she slit the throat, the grandma like freaks out and starts like crying and screaming and stuff. And like, yeah, that's fair.
I don't like hearing about any of this.
So I'm sorry. Okay, the one thing I want to say about that is that one's sort of I don't want to say funny. But that one's funny. It's funny because she's like an emo girl and she has all these pictures of her like Facebook or whatever that have like pictures of her looking emo. Like she's got some like blood on her mouth. Like she put on like fake blood and like posed with like her teeth bared like she's a vampire or something. And they keep showing these photos to show like what a person of violent tendencies she was. But like it kind of just looks like any emo girl might have taken these. Anyone would like paint themselves to look like a vampire and like pose like that. It's not weird. But I guess in this particular case it was.
I mean it depends on who your audience is. There's definitely a type of conservative that's like weren't like having dyed hair or any piercings at all. Like you're immediately you're a terrible, awful, degenerate person. Go away.
She didn't even look
they'll
that.
Shoot you.
I mean, she had like kind of an emo haircut, but she didn't have like blue hair. She didn't have like a septum piercings or anything like that. She just kind of had bangs and eyeshadow.
I don't know. They're scared. Eyeshadow. That's pretty extreme.
It's too far. We've gone too far to even accept.
We used to live in a real country.
we're sexualizing children by letting 16-year-olds put on eyeshadow. We have to return to the ancient Roman days when I'm sure they would use some weird fucked up shit for makeup back in Rome.
Yeah, just like straight up lead.
just metal. Just put on
Metal.
like
They would have chrome faces.
the iron mask. They didn't have makeup, so they would get bolted into like an iron mask.
That's reasonable.
Or
Yeah.
Calcum all over.
Right. But I've learned a lot about Tolkien as well. I've learned a lot about horrific murders and Tolkien. And that's
Damn,
also
you be tubing.
I be tubing. I've been tubing this week. I've been working. I've been working and tubing at the same time.
Incredible.
Yeah. Here's a fun fact. In the movies, Aragorn wears a ring that is never really explained what it is. But in the books, he doesn't wear the ring, but he does have the ring. And there is like a long history of like who owned this ring and where it came from and such and such. And it's not a ring of power or anything. It's just a regular ring. But it's actually like made by the elves in like in the first age, and it's literally the oldest thing like in the world. It's like the oldest piece of jewelry in the world. It's older than the sun.
But
yeah.
How'd they get the heat?
I guess in the early days of Middle Earth, there was no sun and moon. There were just the stars, and the land was lit by these two, like, magical trees. Like a golden tree and a silver tree. And I don't know exactly how the sun happened, but it's at some point it was created. And this ring was made, like, before that. So, Aragorn just casually has this, like, 10,000-year-old, fucking ring he's got.
He has it.
Also, did you know that Gandalf has a ring of power the whole time?
No.
Yeah,
I
he's
thought
got
the rings of power were corruptive.
They are.
Or is it just the One Ring?
The One Ring is worse. They are all corruptive, but Gandalf has one of the three. Okay. So oh god, what's the name of the guy? Guy who forged
Fieri.
the rings. It's not Cuchulainn. Celebrimbor. This guy Celebrimbor. Sauron taught Celebrimbor how to make rings, and so they made 7 rings for the dwarves and 9 rings for men. And then Celebrimbor was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go away. Thanks, Sauron. Thanks for all the secret lore. Thanks for the ring lore, Sauron, you sucker." And he went off by himself, and he secretly crafted 3 rings for the elves. And I think Elrond has one, and another guy
Galadriel?
No, Galadriel does not have one.
She was in the movie. I remember that scene right at the beginning where she has a ring. I'm pretty sure it's her.
Ring? Maybe.
Like 3 rings were gifted to the race of elves.
Maybe it was one of either her or Elrond had one. There's a ring of, like, I think it's a ring of air, a ring of water, and a ring of fire. And yeah, this guy called is it Kalain the Shipwright or something? This other guy, I guess when the Maiar who became the wizards came to Arda, they what's his name? Tolkien the Shipwright. Círdan the Shipwright. He's this elven, I guess he's a king of something. When the Maiar that became the wizards came to Arda, I guess this guy Círdan like met them, and he had this one. Celebrimbor made this one, I think Venya or Nunya or something. It was the fire ring, and he had it, and he met all the Maiar, and he's like, okay, yeah, cool, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming to Arda to help out with like the work of God or whatever. But then he met Gandalf last, and Gandalf was, I guess he was just better than the others, and he was like, okay, actually this one's like, I really like this one. So he gifted him the ring, the elven ring of fire, and he's like, here, just keep this just in case. And I guess when Gandalf is fighting the Balrog, he throws out a bunch of, like, he's trying to like intimidate the Balrog, and he says, I am so and so, bearer of the. He says something like, I am the bearer of like the flame of the West or something, and it's like, it might be that he's
Wielder of
talking.
the Flame of Arnor, I remember him saying.
Yes, yeah, and I think he's talking about that he has this fucking ring.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's
I
like
thought that was just like a skill tree, like he knows fire magic.
yeah,
Flame
like
of Arnor.
he's specced into fire magic right now, and
I can
despite
one shot you, bro.
and despite what you might think, Balrogs actually are not resistant to fire elemental damage, so you better watch out, sir. Yes, I have learned many interesting Tolkien facts of that sort.
Tolkien, more like token.
No.
Damn. Well, a couple weeks ago, I talked on the podcast about how there was a remake of one of my favorite games that was coming out, and how it had a really bad remake, but then the new remake looks better, and that was Klonoa. And I played it, and it's flawed. I have to say.
Oh no!
I've seen some looking screenshots of the Klonoa, and it looks cool from what I saw.
I don't know
For the
anything about
most part.
Klonoa. What is Klonoa?
Okay.
I mean, I've seen the character.
Rabbit,
Yeah.
just rabbit.
Is it
there
a
was
3D platformer collectathon?
It's a 2.5D.
What if the Sonic
platformer.
character was their own series?
No.
Hmm.
Well, okay, so here, look, I'll just grab some of the comparisons that I made today. So, like, overall, like, the new game looks good. Maybe even looks better in a lot of places. The problem, there's a couple of problems I have. For one, the controls are, like, clunkier. I don't know how that happened. But, there's just little details missing that just make me sad. So if you look at the top left image, you'll see in the background that you can see a waterfall with some platforms. That's actually level 2. You can see level 2 in the backdrop of level 1, and that's a cute little detail that they put in.
Sure.
And in the remake, they just forgot. It's just a waterfall with no platforms.
That's cringe. That's cringe.
It's
Yeah.
cringe.
It looks a little bit like a Kirby Return to Dreamland or whatever. on Wii.
It is, from other games I've seen, it is most similar to Kirby, I would say. So, like, okay, like, it's just sad. There's just a lot of, like, little things where it's like, where they just forgot to put something in, or they forgot a sound effect, like, or there's like a cool sound effect in the original, and then like in the new version, there's just no sound effect at all, or it's just being replaced with like a generic sound effect that like just blends in with everything else that doesn't stand out at all. Little things like that are annoying. The sound mixing is fucking awful. A lot, like some of the characters' voices are perpetually like way too fucking quiet. Joka's voice is super quiet throughout the whole game, but other characters' voices are really loud.
Is there no options for that?
It's so bizarre.
There's a voice volume option that changes everyone's voices like linearly.
Yeah.
You can't
They're
individually.
still proportionally wrong
Yeah.
compared to each other. I see.
It's
so
like,
weird whenever that happens in a game. Like, I don't know. Whenever some YouTuber is explaining like why some game is bad, and then he's like, "This is not edited. I did not edit this. It actually sounds like this." And then they play a clip that's like, you just literally like can't hear characters talking over like the background music or something. I'm always like, I can't believe things like that happen. It happens. It's not even that rare, but it's like, how does that happen? It's so bad.
The original game didn't have any issues at all like that.
Yeah.
It sounded fine. You can hear everything clearly. Like during Joka's boss fight, he has this like spinny attack where he spins around really fast.
Baby.
He's Joka. And the original game, it's like a swoosh, swoosh. It's like this really like loud swishing sound that you jump. And in the remake, it's like negative like 30 decibels. You have to like strain so hard. It's like almost not even there. There's like one of the boss fights, like over half the sound effects are just missing. You just don't hear anything. It doesn't have footsteps. It doesn't have anything when it's running around. It's just bizarre. And that was just really weird and sad and dumb, I guess.
Sound design is sometimes overlooked as a very important aspect.
It's
Everyone
one of
talks about the music, but like
Yeah.
good sound like mastering and like levels
Well,
and shit.
yeah.
it's like editing. You know, the best editing is invisible, and you don't even notice it. Sound
Yeah,
editing,
that's true.
good sound editing, you don't even think about. But when it's fucked up, you're like, oh god, oh no, what the fuck is
Yeah.
wrong? Yeah.
So what I learned is that the reason there are so many weird like changes that didn't make sense or things missing is because this wasn't a remake of the original game. It was a remaster of the Wii remake, which was bad. For example,
What was
on,
it? What was
I
it
see.
originally on?
it was originally on the PlayStation 1, came out in 1997.
That looks so lovely with
Yeah,
a
Mm.
small amount of pixels.
Yeah,
Perfect.
but like
Has it been 2 weeks since I talked about Mega Man Legends, or was that last week?
maybe
I don't know. I haven't watched. I haven't listened to.
No,
the
that
one
would have been 2. Yeah,
last week.
it's been 2 weeks, and I still have not gotten around to playing Legends 2. I wanted to do it.
you should.
I
The-
will. I just haven't found the time. But anyway,
But yeah,
that's off topic.
I'd say most of it visual changes are like lateral or an improvement, you know, with the exception of these last two screenshots, which are like, I don't know why they got rid of like the really cool dark colors and made everything super bright Mario colors. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
I really liked, especially like the purple, where you see the triple comparison. I'm sad.
Oh,
So because that was a really pretty level.
mm,
So the worst
Yeah.
offense, and this is a rant I have for all remakes. Why do we get rid of pre-rendered cutscenes when we remake games? Because every time I've seen this, it looks fucking worse. And I grabbed a bunch of comparisons, 5 in fact. And
I
it's
see.
just fucking bad. It's baffling.
Yeah.
They do it in engine because they technically can.
We can do it in engine now, and it's like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, but you can't
original
do
looks
that in
fine.
engine.
It wasn't originally in engine, so like, why does it need to be in engine? Yeah.
Because we've moved on from that. It's a new era
Yeah,
of gaming.
Is it like is the idea that like it needs to match and like it just needs to have the same
I think
style to it?
I think it's just sort of a general sense that at the time full motion video was like cutting edge. It was a way to flex that you could put things on a CD. You could have so much space to put like video files, and you could animate better than what could be done in the game normally. But now that games can do so much more, it's sort of seen as regressive to do a thing because it's that's cutting edge, but for yesteryear, and it's like now we do this thing.
I mean, like computer graphics and animation has come so far. They could still be cutting edge and just do like an even better pre-rendered cutscene.
I mean, they could. It's very time intensive because you have to like storyboard it and like think about
It's
it.
already thought about. Just do what they already did.
First,
yeah.
I mean, why not just use the old ones? Is the idea that they look too primitive?
I mean, what you see on the left is an AI upscale, and it looks great. It looks perfectly fine. The design of the
I
character is the
see.
same. It's a fan-made AI upscale.
Why does he have Pac-Man on his hat?
Because Namco.
Is he a gamer? I see.
It's Namco's, and they put Pac-Man on his hat. It's a little funny thing.
Oh.
But yeah,
the,
so like,
the second to last one is so egregious. The guy's no expression.
yeah, they
It's
just
just like
forgot
a
to
flash
the
animate.
first one where he's snarling has so much more personality. They lost so much with that change. That blows. Even the little
Like,
orb,
I
the
feel
little
like-
orb is so like fucking geometric instead of being a little like ethereal ball of light like he is in the first one. Yeah, some of these are just straight downgrades. Some of these, I think, and not even in like a For the Time way. I would just say straight up, some of these looked better. Just straight up looked better, in like even technically, they don't look
Oh yeah,
worse.
like for all five of these videos on a technical level, it just looks better, and the animation's better. Like like for example, in the final one, like the flying fish, you see her actually like swishing her tail around. They actually put effort into animating her moving gracefully, and in this one, it's just they just fast tweened it across the screen.
Yeah,
like they just
That's
lazily just
dreadful.
slapped it together without any thought.
See, I gotta wonder, like obviously time investment of making like remaking a cutscene if they didn't have the original like files or whatever, would take time. It's like, we don't want to spend time. That could be part of it, and probably always is. But like, how much of it is the idea that full motion video cutscenes that are not rendered in engine is like old fashioned? We don't do them anymore. But there's no reason we don't do them anymore. It's just that they are like a symbol of a different era.
I guess.
Like, the game studio be like, wouldn't even think to do that because, we don't need to do that, so we won't.
There is one studio that does.
It's so frustrating that it's like the things that are invented in video games and other mediums, I guess, just that they become like. They should be used as tools that you could use forever, but they get abandoned for fashion.
Unless you're Final Fantasy, which still does pre-rendered cutscenes, and they look really great, and they still flex with that.
Yeah, Final Fantasy has always been good with that. Those big old things. I guess World of Warcraft still does them. Every new expansion, there's a really nicely animated intro.
Yeah,
and I watched the most recent one. It's like, that's a nice little like short film. Game looks like it sucks because it always does, but that's life.
I mean, League of Legends is a good example of that. They make all kinds of really fucking cool, amazing animations, but the game is shit. So
yeah, for sure.
Oh, 25 years. 25 years difference, and it just looks fucking so much worse.
I want pre-rendered backdrops to come back with static cameras. I want pre-rendered cutscenes. I think it's like we couldn't do such good cutscenes in engine. And so like the new flex has been to do them in engine. And now people are just getting lazy with it and doing this Klonoa thing.
Yeah,
they've forgotten who they are.
Yeah, like
what are they fighting for? Huh?
What? Yeah, why go through the trouble of a redo if you're just gonna be lazy about it? If you're just like gonna make it like you're not gonna even try. You're not gonna try to. I could see doing it if you thought like, oh, we could surpass the original. We can make it look better. But it's like it doesn't really look like they even tried. So.
I mean, I can't think of really any remake off the top of my head that did do it because they wanted to try and like make it better. I think it's almost always like, I mean, we could cash in on the brand recognition on this one.
Yeah.
Just do it again. That's always how it is.
I don't know if Klonoa is like a super hot license.
I mean, it's our license. It's a thing people know, and so it's easier than making an entirely new game.
I have heard of it.
And try to market that.
Yeah.
The one good thing I can say about the remake is just, well, it is hurt by the mixing, but the soundtrack sounds better than ever. Original composer still on board. I found his YouTube channel. He does little remixes of Klonoa stuff every so often. He just has a YouTube channel. And that's sweet. He made
the
one
composer?
of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Yeah, the original composer.
Wow. Cool.
He just has a YouTube channel. He's a cool guy. I'll just link his channel, I guess.
It's Kota Takahashi. It's not a remake. It's more of a demake, but I decided just to see what was up. I decided to play the shitty DOS PC Mega Man games. You ever seen those?
Oh, I have seen those.
I think
what are they canon? Are they different?
I guess I don't see why they wouldn't be canon, cuz like I mean they were officially licensed. I mean they're not mentioned anywhere. They are very strange. You could tell that like it was not made by the team. The bosses have terrible AI. They mostly just hop back and forth and occasionally shoot off a bullet. They do not look like Robot Masters at all, basically. All their, like, in-game, like, portrait sprites are just, like, sloppy edits of ones from the real games. There's no music. There's barely any sound. There are sound effects, but they suck. And the game's too fucking hard. I played it with... Fortunately, the game has built-in invincibility code, so I just enabled those and played through. And I still got stuck at a couple of places. Wily's Castle in Mega Man 3, the robots are revolting, actually has parts where, like, the platforming is so... There's a part where you are on these pillars, and you have to jump from pillar to pillar over this vat of, like, green bubbling goo or something. Looked amazing, obviously. But the I don't know if what was going on, but, like, the frame rate of the game would change, like, depending on where I was standing. So sometimes I would make a jump and the frame rate would just double, like, just for the length of the jump. And I would obviously misjudge the length of the jump and die because, like, the frame rate was inconsistent. So that was infuriating. And it took me, like, an hour to get past that part. No, I mean, not an hour, maybe, like, half an hour. But even with no damage enabled, I still, like, couldn't beat that part, and I had to replay the level like a dozen times because it was too hard. Fucking wait, let me show you. Mega Man: The Robots Are Revolting. Look at Shark Man.
Whoa, he's a shark eating a man.
He's a shark man.
Look at this.
Who's the second on the left? That blue guy?
Wave Man.
Because he's a wave?
I don't know. I guess he's underwater, but, like, a lot of the levels are in water. Like, Torchman is the bottom guy, and his weakness is Water Wave that you get from Wave Man. But when you fight Torchman, his arena is underwater. I mean, he's not underwater, but there is water, like, in his arena, and you're standing in, like, several feet of water. So I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, these were really bad. But they're really hard, though. Maybe if it was back in, like, 1999 or whenever the fuck this was released and all you had was DOS, this would give you a stiff challenge that would probably take you days or weeks to successfully get through without that no damage code. So, I mean, if you're just looking for a stiff platforming challenge, I mean, this would provide that. Also, the levels were really big.
I got you a stiff platforming challenge right here.
Not the first one, because there's two. There's Mega Man for PC, and then there's Mega Man 3, The Robots Are Revolting for PC, and there's no 2 for some reason. But the second one, Mega Man 3, actually has really big levels that, like, you can get lost in and explore. I think in Wave Man stage, you're like swimming through these coral reefs, and it actually felt huge, and I was like, wow. It's actually not totally terrible.
Technology sure is amazing.
There's one or two positive things I could say about this terrible game, which I think was just made by one American guy who must have had some sort of a Capcom association, and they were like, "Hey, you're an American. Make some fucking PC ports of our franchise, please." And he said, "Okay," and he did. And it was great.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I will. Yes, that was funny. That's it. The last thing I have to say about this week is that my stupid, evil, terrible landlord has ordered fucking work be done all throughout the week. I have to deal with fucking people in my house, like, doing construction stuff. And they keep suggesting to me that they're gonna need to work in my room, and then not actually doing it. And I hate that. they
What do they say? What do they say to you to suggest that?
Okay, well, a couple of times a guy has been like, "Hey, can I come in? I need to measure your room." And I'm like, "Okay." And he comes in and he puts the tape measure up and he measures how wide the room is and he's like, "Okay." And then he leaves. And then he'll say like, "Hey, we're going to need you to come in here like soon, or like one of these days we're going to be in here." And one time he said, "Yeah, we're going to need to work in here." He said, "Next week." He said, "Next week we're going to be in here to work on this room." And I said, "Okay." And then the next, the next day, a guy came and he was like, "Hey, we need to work in here." And I'm like, the other guy said next week. And he was like, "Yeah, okay." And then he left. And I was like, all right. And then the next day, my landlord came and knocked on my door and was like, "Ben, you know, when these guys need to work in your room, you need to be letting these guys work in their room." And then she did this stupid thing she does where she like tries to deflect and like, she tries to get her way by using sympathy for other people. She says, "I feel bad for these guys. They're just trying to do their jobs. I feel bad for these guys. They're just trying to do their jobs in here, and they need to." And I'm like, okay. And I don't know. So she told me like tomorrow. She told me like tomorrow these guys are going to come in here, and I'm like, fine. I'm like, yeah, fine. I just want to know in advance. But so she told me, okay, and then. So she said, like, keep this wall clear so they can work on this side of the room. And I said, okay. So then I cleared a bunch of stuff and I moved stuff so the wall is clear. And then the next day, nobody came and nobody did anything in my room. So I don't know.
You scared them. You were too powerful.
I didn't do anything.
Those poor little builders, they were intimidated by the big mean Ben Saint saying, okay.
Okay. I was ready though.
Okay.
I was ready. Because I'm like, all right, well, if these guys are going to be in here, they're going to work in my room, that means I can't do anything. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go to the post office and mail a bunch of packages I've been meaning to mail. So I packed up my bag and I'm like, I got my bag ready. As soon as they come and they're like, "Hey, we got to work in here," I'm going to be like, okay. And then I'm going to get on the bus and I'm going to go to the post office and maybe by the time I get back, they'll be done. And won't that be cool? And then they didn't do it. So like, I mean, I got my bag still packed here. It's got bottles of slime and stuff in it. Undelivered Road to Radcons and stuff like that. So I'm just maybe tomorrow they'll do that, and then I'll go to the post office when they come and work on my. They gotta install. Apparently they're installing. They're taking out like steam radiators and they're installing like. Like the heaters that are like a strip of metal like across like the bottom of the corner of the wall. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're installing some shit like that. They're updating the disgusting old-fashioned radiators that we got in here. That's what they're doing, which is fine. My stupid idiot roommate, who I hate, who sucks and is bad, and he asked me for money for no sensible reason. So I'll never forgive him for that. He walked by, and I think I've mentioned that adjacent to my room is another room that has no windows. It's like a horrible little cave.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, that's right.
It's depressing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were here. Yeah. So I don't go in there, but like this idiot, like I'm in the kitchen, and he walks through the kitchen, and he's like, "Hey, something," he mumbles something, and I'm like, yeah. And he looks in that cave. And he sees the like they put the fucking new radiator in. And he's like, "Oh, that's a big improvement. That looks like a really big improvement." And of course, I hate this guy and I want him to leave me alone. And I nod and I go, yeah. On the inside, I'm like, you mongrel, you what is wrong with you? How could you look at this room and say, "Oh yeah, looks good. Oh yeah, big improvement"? No, you freak.
Trying so hard to make small talk.
I hate.
All I could think of was like, there's a radiator in here.
That's good.
Isn't that something?
This is the guy I've probably complained about it before. This is the guy who said that a guy who used to live here wants us to send him money to pay for utilities. That he said, "Oh yeah, he's still paying the utility bill for this place, even though he doesn't live here. So like, can I have some money to like send to him?" And I pulled out my gun and I shot him. I shot him 6 times. So I pulled out a knife and I said, "Don't be scared. I'm just a little kitty cat." And I jumped on him and stabbed him in the liver.
And then he shot him 4 times through the eye.
Well, twice. It made 4 entrance wounds and exit wounds. Yeah. So two. Yeah. So 2 clean shots.
2 shots in the eye.
2 shots in the eye, and it was clean kill, or so I thought. But then he came back.
Then he continued to.
And
exist.
he wandered around the place like a zombie, and he said, "Oh, hey Ben, where's that bow and arrow you have before? Like, where'd you get that bow and arrow?" That's it. That's the joke.
That part was so odd, like to conflate a projectile weapon with a bow and arrow instead of a gun, which is so much more common.
Yeah, you would think
be having.
Yeah, you would think. And apparently the guy, like, he owned guns. Like, this is not a guy who was, like, he owned his own guns, and yet, in trying to recall what happened, he mentions, he mentions bow and arrow before he mentions a gun. He forgets what a gun is.
Like, it's pretty interesting how the brain works. If you've got, like, a storage thing, but, like, okay, so what shoots stuff? Projectile weapons, and you've got a list.
Yeah.
And it starts with bow and arrow, and he just picks that first.
Very counterintuitive. We, in the modern day, have such a more visceral, like, fucking experience with guns. I feel like if your brain were, like, just sort of randomly trying to pull firing neurons, and you were trying to pull the concept of a projectile weapon, you would more naturally call something else a gun than you would call a gun some fucking weird shit like a bow and arrow.
Maybe he was thinking alphabetically.
That's probably it. Anyway, fucking I cannot wait to send these packages. Some of them I have owed people for months and months, and I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm almost done with the fucking putting the files together for this Slime and Punishment book. The Alibaba lady is so unhelpful. She takes like a day or more to get back to me about like very simple requests for like very obvious information that I ought to have. And like she sent me the wrong template. Like She sent me, I asked for like the page template to set the pages up, and she sent me the correct page templates, but the wrong cover template. She sent me the template for a hardcover, even though it's a softcover book. So I had to ask her, 2 days ago, I sent her like, hey, could you send me the right template so I can actually like finish making this thing? And she hasn't gotten back to me yet. So, you know, that's not helping. I thought that, like, I'm trying to make it clear to her that, like, hey, I'm almost done. Like, I'm almost ready to, like, send your company some money. So, like, if you could please help me get there with it.
I mean, I used Alibaba for the Lord of Ghost pins.
Yeah.
And I think just because there's so many, like, competing companies of that type in China.
Yeah.
That they probably skimp on, like, costs wherever they can.
Well, sure.
So, like, the translation, I'm assuming is not, like, the best.
This
So,
lady
like, it takes a while for them to really understand what I'm asking from them.
I don't know if that's the case. This lady doesn't seem to have any trouble, like, speaking or understanding English. But I don't know. I mean, she could be, like, having to, like, consult with, like, an English-speaking coworker between responses to me. I don't know. It's possible.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be different, but like at least for pins,
yeah,
there was like so many companies that make pins, and they were all like yelling in broken English, giving me like I put my thing up like I need enamel pins of this size of this amount, and you get like messages from everyone who's selling that saying choose us, here's what we have.
You can do that. You can like post a request for like here's what I need made.
Yeah, instead of being the seller of something, you can say I'm looking for this type of thing.
I didn't even know you could.
And then you'd get DMs from people selling that type of thing, saying choose me.
Huh?
That's what I did for the thing. I didn't really know how I was supposed to do it, so that worked.
I browsed products and I found like companies that were selling products similar to what I was looking for, and I would just send messages to them being like, here's what I need, can you do it? That's interesting. Did you didn't use the company that I used for pins from them, did you?
I don't think so. I don't remember asking you exactly what company it was.
Right.
I just found something that was like, it seems like good quality, cheap.
Yeah.
Like professional enough to be like, I could probably trust that they would do it.
Mm-hmm.
They did actually get them very quick to me,
Yeah,
which is nice.
That's nice. It took me, when I did the RFCK one, I had to do they had 20 different designs that I had to.
Yeah.
So that
would have been a lot more difficult.
Yeah. It took forever. What were we talking about? Oh, Slime and Punishment templates. Yeah, it's pretty close to being. I've been drawing the cover. Let me. You know what? I'm sort of going back and forth on what I think the cover is going to look like. But here's sort of this is kind of halfway to being done, and it's probably going to look something like this. I'm probably going to redraw a bunch of it. But I think it's all right. I think it's getting there. I'm actually not sure about Nightstar in the background. I don't know if it really needs her.
I think Nightstar's positioning is a bit weird.
Yeah,
with the eyes
she's
being covered.
Yeah. She's kind of obscured in this. It's, you know what it is. It's because I put her in the sky, and then I kind of moved Phantom around, and then I added the buildings at the bottom as kind of a later addition. So yeah, the positioning does not account for any of that. So yeah, this is not. Also, she would probably have a different sort of filter effect on her. This is not final.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, understood.
Anyway, but
Yeah.
This is one of the last things I need to get done is just finish this.
Slime and or punishment, please.
Yes, right away. Your wish is my command.
That's crazy.
Instead of trick or treating, you say slime or punishment.
I ordered. I'm hoping it won't be some annoying shit where I order it and then they're like, okay, well, we'll send you the proof copies, and then I move in between when they send it. I'm hoping it gets here before I move, so I don't have to worry about it coming to the wrong address or anything like that.
Do you not have the PO box anymore?
I do not. No, my old PO box expired, which is why a couple of, probably not that many, but a few of my Road to Radcon and Pleave and Weeb Blu-rays might have ended up lost in the mail, because if I got any returns past February, they would have had nowhere to go because my PO box was expired. But yeah, I need to make a new one, but I haven't made a new one yet. Also, I'm not even sure they would send it in a box, and I'm not sure you could send a. No, you could. It wouldn't fit in the PO box, but they would probably just keep it there and put a slip in the box, and then you could go and pick up the slip, and they would find the package in the back room or something. I think that's how it works. Yeah, getting a new PO box is just one of those things that I've needed to do for a while, and I haven't gotten around to it. Oops. Whoopsie.
Oh my gosh, Ben is.
Maybe I should do that when I go to the post office when they finally get around to doing some work in my room.
Whoa!
What? I think that was me.
You mentioned I heard you talking about Slime and Punishment, and it reminded me of an extra topic I'd forgotten about.
Oh, sure.
I'll let you finish, but I do want to bring something cool up because I just typed something in and I'm getting crazy cool images that you might like.
No, I think I'm pretty much done with what I had to say about that.
Okay. So surprise topic. I just remembered I've been fucking around with an AI that recently became publicly available called Midjourney.
Midjourney.
Yeah, I just put an image in chat of something I just generated with it. Inspired by the RFCK colors.
Oh,
wait, what did you put in? What did you type?
Well, at first I typed slime and punishment, but I'll post that result. That result didn't have the right color scheme.
That looks awesome. Holy fuck.
So when I'm like, I need the right color, so I said green slime and purple punishment. over Slime City Cathedral, and then I got the first result there.
This Mid Journey is just free. You can just do it.
It's the first. I think the first 20 are free, and then you have to pay $10 a month, and then you get like 200. I gave another prompt a week ago. I wonder if you could guess what the prompt for this image is.
Wait a minute. This is
Patreon.com/Ben Saint.
You're on the right track.
Because of the orange. That's what I thought.
I was gonna say it looks like oh god, what's that fucking video game about space?
Bloodborne? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, could be a lot.
The one about the procedurally generated planets.
Outer Worlds? No, that's not procedurally generated. I don't know. Oh, No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Is it No Man's Sky something?
No, the prompt is, would you trust Ben Saint?
So I was right. That is what they think Ben Saint is. Because you're a saint.
Oh, well, it gave him a halo because he's a saint, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, is it orange because of my association with Patreon? Is that somehow like factoring into this?
I have to assume it has
that
no
halo.
idea.
That halo looks so. It kind of does look like the old Patreon logo, honestly.
God,
It does kind of. Oh, what I've noticed with Midjourney is like
can't be. Gotta be coincidence.
Like
yeah,
it is an exceptionally good ideas machine more than anything else. Because the results are always going to be a bit funky. They're always going to be a bit weird looking. But there's just some really cool stuff. I think I was talking with Four Eyes maybe a few nights ago, and he suggested, why don't you type in Earthbound Gigas into it?
It's pretty good.
And I'm like, oh yeah, let's see how that goes. And yeah, let me post those results. They were all like very different. I actually had the AI upscale them because all four of them looked so fucking cool. I'm just checking posting in the right order. So yeah, these 4 images that are loading, and there they are. It's just really cool shit.
Let me see here.
This is concept art for a video game. This is like really, really good.
Yeah.
Quality. Say goodbye, artists of human.
Yeah, fuck artists. I knew we'd get rid of them one of these days.
No. This is just another tool that artists can use to like help them think of more ways to tackle their ideas.
That's what they told fucking John Henry about the I don't know, whatever, the fucking train track laying machine. And he died.
He ran over by a train, head crushed by a train.
I'm thinking that's the guy that died like to prove that he was like a better railroad worker than the machine, right?
Or like he would lay track real quick.
Something like that, right?
He wanted to prove that his big brain could lay on a track, and when a train ran over his skull, the train would be destroyed and he would live.
I swear, this is a real. Well, it's not a real thing that happened.
Possibly. I mean, I don't have enough. I'm not getting enough information.
It was a great victory for the proletariat. It was labor won. So there.
The second one you posted is like Berserk. What's it called when Griffith uses the Behelit for the first time?
The Eclipse?
Eclipse. That's like Eclipse core. Like writhing massive flesh as the ground and like towering things. It's like, what? I wonder if this can do cute stuff. I feel like this is like a vibe that this is good at, but it couldn't like create a give and take image. I don't think.
That's a great question.
Yeah, maybe not.
Say goodbye, AI. You suck. You can't make my job. Defunct.
Well, I asked it to generate minions once, and it was really terrifying, to be honest.
Ask it to do a realistic Pokemon in real life.
Yes, please.
There's some more RFQA RFCK looking one. I like the bottom right quite a bit. Just for slime all over the cathedral there. It's good stuff.
I'm hastily photo editing this one of me because I like it. All right, I can probably do better. Probably do better than this later. This will do for now. I mean, this is going to be my new Discord avatar. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! All right, I'll leave you with a funny one to round that off. So this is great yellow minions devour the Holy Spirit of the United States.
Oh, I'm looking at some of these other ones you posted previously. Some of these are very Hollow Knight, like the big like white skulls with the holes in them.
Oh yeah, maybe. Those are all results from the Earthbound Gigas. Those ones, but yeah.
Minions.
I don't. What's going on? What's going on with these?
I like the sort of like weird smoke in the first one. I don't know. It's like radiating off of this one-eyed American shield minion with a big
Captain
smile.
America. Yeah, I think these are. There's definitely a vibe going on here, and I'm thinking that maybe this program has sort of a bias towards painted.
Yeah, it's a bias towards like painterly surrealist horror.
Yeah,
seems to be. It's
you couldn't make. Although I am curious. Like if I typed in Vriska, what would it do? What would it do? Huh?
Yeah.
I could type in Vriska.
Vriska Circuit, relaxing after a long day of being my girlfriend.
That's a good one. You should make
I
should make a visual novel called that. That's just Vriska like sitting in a hammock, and you just talk to her. Explain like, "Hi, honey, how was being my girlfriend today?"
Oh, it was wonderful.
I have to wonder if the word girlfriend is banned or not. They ban a lot of NSFW words.
Well,
or like anything suggestive. I'm sure girlfriend's fine.
Degeneracy. Of, we can't let our children be exposed to girlfriends.
It says it's running.
Oh my god.
It says it's running. We'll see what
This
happens with this.
This is fucking Elden Ring, them snakes. It's the roots of the Urge Tree. The root of all snakes.
The root of all snakes. It's true.
These RFCK ones I'm posting in the community service.
Oh, I can upscale any of them.
This last one. Oh yeah, please do, please.
Which specific ones?
This last one of the two cathedrals next to each other.
Oh, the two cathedrals bottom right.
Yeah. That one on the right
pouring out. Oh, it's so cool.
I'll upscale that one for you.
These rule.
Yeah.
Can you upscale the first one too? Yeah. I mean, all 8 of these, I love them.
I can upscale all 8 of them.
I want them.
Why not? I'll do it.
Oh, that would make me really happy.
The top right in that second thing, the green one, reminds me a lot of New Londo ruins in Dark Souls 1. I don't know why, because it's blue in that game. But it just sort of feels like this is the underneath. This is like a secret extra cathedral in the sewers under our Nlakakam proper.
These are like maybe it's the as we know from Slime and Punishment, the de-slimed Alpha City was crushed underneath the re-slimifying beta timeline version. So I don't know, maybe these are the ruins underneath of the old Alpha City where the slime from above has dripped down into it.
It's Vriska. There she is. She's got so many legs.
She does. But does she have 8?
Let me see. Wait. I gotta see this. I gotta tell the guys about. Wait a minute. Okay.
Like, obviously, when you Google Vriska Circuit, it would come up with different types of images, so this is, like, more bright, colorful. I like that the color is correct with the orange.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell where, like, the sorts of things this would pull from.
These are so weird.
They're bizarre.
Uncanny.
Yeah, AI is still a little difficult. It's difficult for an AI to like figure out how to make a cartoon character that multiple different artists draw.
This thing cannot construct a body. Yeah. Whew, this thing can do like organic shapes and like symmetrical creatures, and it can do like abstract sort of like distance shots, scenery, sort of atmospheric. This is Did you include the colors? Is it just it knew the colors for Vriska,
and then
like
it found
really,
found complementary
really
colors
knew.
on its own. Yeah. Again, the text I put above that one is exactly what I typed in. Like you can type in like super vague shit like scariest thing ever, and you'll like see really like creepy shit, and it'll just come up with stuff.
It's just this face on the bottom right one. It's the one horn and the smug grin.
Yeah, the one macaroni horn. Wait, shit. How do I get to this thing? What's it called?
Midjourney. It runs on Discord. There's actually a Discord server, so you have to like go to their website, sign up, and then you can join their Discord server. And the server has like 100 channels that are getting used by like 100 people each constantly. And it's a real clusterfuck, and it's hard to like find your images because they get drowned out by everyone else's. But you can like if you pay them like $10 a month, which is what I decided to do because I just have a lot of fun with it. You can interact with their bot via Discord DMs, which is what I'm doing right now. Yeah,
that sounds like a lot more, a lot less annoying than the thing I'm being bombarded with.
Plus, there isn't an arbitrary limit, which is nice to know.
You know what? I do like AI, like image creation, but I feel like on Discord, I don't want to be on Discord. I want to leave. Leave server.
I want to leave. Yeah, same.
Why did you leave? Server, just don't, just leave me alone. Gone. That's, I can't stand being in like a gargantuan Discord server because there's no, it's never clear where you're supposed to go.
You left my server, you traitor.
Did I? Oh, I did.
You left me to die.
I left your server because it pulls me into like annoying arguments or like
hell yeah
and like petty bullshit about Trixie, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just never hear about any of that, and it's great.
I like to gossip. What can I say?
It's not even just you. It's just like the atmosphere there is like that's the thing people do now. It's I like people in there, so it's not like a personal thing. It's just sort of like I don't like that I keep checking this server because I get so upset sometimes. It's like no, it's not good for me.
I get it. Some people in there like to just come in here with like, hey, here's some really annoying, here's some like really infuriating shit that I saw.
Yeah.
It's fine. I understand. Hang on. I'm applying more color filters to this cool portrait of me. That's my. That's what
I could like try to have the AI just generate one like, dark robed man with the power of slime, green halo, purple sky sort of thing. It could like come up with something like that.
I mean, don't let me stop.
I might fuck around with it later. I'll send it to you in DMs when I do. It's taken a while to upscale all 8 of these things from earlier. I guess while I wait for that to process, I can bring up the last thing I wanted to mention, which is a YouTube channel that I remembered exists because working on more.
It's called Hypocrite.
My favorite. No, this is a more obscure. This is a more obscure, lesser known channel that me and my friend stumbled across on fucking New Year's, going from 2018 to 2019. We were all playing Minecraft. Because I'm now sampling older Minecraft recordings for Son of a Glitch. And oh my god, so there's this channel. I don't remember which one of us found it. I haven't watched the recording in detail because it's like 5 hours long, but we just found this YouTube channel that just has a very specific fixation. I kind of like don't even know like where to begin with this shit. So I'm just gonna post images of YouTube thumbnails that they have.
When Jason was at the table, I kept on seeing him look up at me while he was with that older girl. What? Huh? Giant pooping fox. Three-dimensional dogs. What's inside a dog's butthole? An educational Minecraft video for kids?
What the fuck? Hang on.
In this kid-friendly, swear-free video, I tell you and your kids what's inside a dog's rectum. This video's fun for the whole family.
Oh, Steve from Minecraft has a really nice house. Uh-oh. I don't like. I mean, I can just from the context that thumbnail is placed in.
Yeah. So
the Minecraft Fox buttholes texture pack. Wow. Fox vor oral anal unbirth cock nasal. Oh, this one's got a lot of views.
Yeah. So this channel somehow still exists. Somehow hasn't been like destroyed for some kind of violation. But
this is making me do the fucking Matthew McConaughey looking at his phone while he takes a drag on his cigarette with a deranged look in his eye face.
So this person likes the inside of canine buttholes,
and he wants to live in one, presumably.
And he put his Minecraft skills to the test, and he built, I'm assuming, a giant fox that he can crawl inside and pretend he was Vord in Minecraft.
Yeah. So
and then come out the butthole.
He's also a video game developer.
And he's developing a video game where you go inside a dog's butthole.
Yeah. Cool, epic Vord game. So back on that New Year's, nearly 3.5 years ago, I convinced Maid to download his game and play it, and it's an absolute it's an absolute clusterfuck. It's like an RPG Maker style game where you're a fox and you walk around, and it's like, haha, you found 10 rabbits, XD, lol, XD, epic rabbits, haha, put in inventory, and the inventory is your butthole.
Very nice.
And so it's like, you have 11 rabbits in your inventory is full, will you poop one out to make room?
This is by the same guy, right?
This is by the same guy. And like the entire game, all of the menus and everything is hot, lol, epic, random, XD, like it's all...
Oh, so I was right.
Yeah.
You put rabbits in your butthole.
Yeah, rabbits down your hole, exactly. And we were just looking at this guy's fucking channel, and then played his video game, and we were just fucking screaming. We were screaming while he was playing it.
The fucking epic random lol cool epic vor, like that's like a speak from a type of... God, I can't speak. My throat hurts.
Stay hydrated.
Early
Gotta
2000s.
stay hydrated, Gib.
I'm gonna stay hydrated. I'm gonna hydrate right now.
Wow, you better.
Early 2000s, like internet speak.
Yeah,
but this is only 5 years old. So is he associating that kind of thing with like ICANN has cheeseburger cat memes and dog memes?
Here's what I think. This is a case.
This is what it means to be a fox. That is, you talk like you're from the early 2000s on a forum.
Here's what I think. I think this is an adult with a kind of arrested with an arrested development who is talking in the way that he maybe feels like a child or a younger person talks. I think he's doing it as sort of an affect, like a cute affect, just maybe for fun. So, but to him, that's that's the way you would the way that a kid from 2005 would talk, right?
Possibly, yeah.
Quite possibly.
Yeah. I mean, they're still doing stuff. Their last video was 3 months ago, and it's like they remastered their game. They remastered it apparently. They're still going at it after all this time.
Sick.
I just thought you should know that this person exists and live with that knowledge.
Yeah.
Well,
definitely.
Lecture coming soon.
Wait,
Nice.
I'm still applying the perfect color filters. Gotta get the perfect color filters on my sweet. Nah, you know what? It's fine.
Sweet ass.
My sweet ass. Actually, you know what? It's perfect just the way it is.
Damn.
Edit user profile. Change avatar. Here we go.
I just noticed you changed your avatar to the AI Ben Saint.
Yeah, I love it.
You're a triangle man. Or a diamond
Triangle
head.
man, triangle man, triangle
Would you
man,
trust
it's
Ben
particle man? I would. Yeah. I feel like he gets me. we're on a wavelength.
Nice.
Oh, what is this? This looks like album art.
You know what?
Album covers.
I'm gonna put this in the chat just for Eleazar to show what my new my new Avi looks like, because I like it.
Hey,
The
it
video
is pretty good.
PCP viewers might be curious what we're talking about.
It-
Ooh, where did these spiders come from?
Yeah, so above the avatar of the spiders, that stuff I generated for my friend Arachibus. She is a VTuber friend of mine who's cool. Yes, a VTuber, Ben. You've met your match.
Yeah, that's the thing. The thing about me is that those make me angry. It's not true. It's not true. This is a false allegation against me. I beat the charges.
I just wanted to make cool spidery imagery, and
these look. Honestly, some of these do feel like, okay, well, there's a certain kind of artist that is just out of work now.
Yes, yeah. to an extent.
Yeah, these do look. Which one's my? I can't choose. The one with the middle right with the crown rules.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The two
My
in the
eye is
middle.
drawn to the bottom middle right, just because of the like napkin that's bleeding pink into it with the eyes.
Ooh.
I feel like any one of these
Ooh,
as like blown up as like a vinyl record album cover would be like, oh, that's so fucking sick. I wonder what it is. I'm gonna buy it.
The one
I'm gonna listen to it.
The one just to the left of that one, that it looks sort of like a dead spider, like set inside of like a diamond, and there's like blonde human hair flowing down out of it. Oh man. These are so good. Give me a break. Okay, this is for a certain genre of image, this AI really it's really delivering, yeah.
I guess.
Like $10 a month is not that much. If you needed to like commission an artist to make a thing for, like this, it would take time. It would not take like 5 minutes, and it would take more than $10.
The thing to notice about this is right now the upscaling isn't great. For example, I can point to a few of these. So like in that collage of all the spidery imagery, the top left, you have the woman's face with like the crown floating above it, and there's like spider webs linking everything together. When you upscale it, all the like the thin spider webs disappear. Like the AI just like forgets what they are and doesn't know what to do with them.
You know, I'm opening it in a different tab. I'm zooming in. The closer you get to it, the less impressive it seems.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still nice. Still good. Like for inspiration.
It's very good for like inspiration. And it will get better. Which is better or worse for us. Maybe I feel like overall it'll.
I mean, for
make
me,
things
I'm
good.
always going to be drawing like bad, like comparatively. Like my art style is like silly and goofy and cute, but I don't feel like AI is like an industry forwarded by people who like that thing. They want to make the most realistic. This is what they're probably driving for generally. It's like, can we recreate a perfectly human person just with a computer in 2 seconds? They're not really wondering whether we can draw like a stick figure in the same time, because it's easier. So I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll be all right because every one of these AI things across the board has
So there's
like
no big, huge boobies?
Yep, no porn whatsoever. Nothing. The words fuck and shit and succubus and boob all banned. All of them in the trash. You can't type those words in, or we'll ban your account. They say
It's funny.
I can only
what was the
imagine
other
how
one?
fucking horrifying the results of trying to make porn with this thing would be.
I mean,
I think
I'm
I
sure
would
that
throw
will-
up.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
Cheesy was trying to
what
make
was
porn
the-
with that that
With,
Doll-
with
Dolly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dolly Mini.
that,
He discovered
I
that
did
if you
not
type
have-
that a
that did
bit.
not have great results, but that these would
No.
be so much worse.
I did like I did things that they would probably be able to recreate, like typing in porn. I don't want to see what it thinks porn is, but like oh, bikini babe, like it could figure that out, and it could do like, oh, huge butt, like, yeah, that's doable.
maybe.
And the faces were all fucked up, and you know,
So
not
Yeah.
really a thing. But I could choose one of those and be like, yeah, I could base a drawing off of that. That's not even that bad.
I think you're
It's
right.
the future.
It's the future.
I'm the future, baby.
What time is it? It is. Wow, we've only been. I just got hit with a wave of tiredness. Damn. Okay. Like I said, I didn't sleep that well last night because I was up. What's the word? Just enthralled by the Slenderman, the Slenderman stabbers.
they are so enthralling.
I've been like tired, like fatigued from camp. Like
Oh yeah.
it's pretty like chill camp, all things considered, because coronavirus obviously couldn't do it
When
for a year.
when did you get home?
I got home yesterday,
Mm.
and I had a huge nap that I didn't expect I would have, and I woke up later that night. I'm like, all right, try to figure this. I guess it wasn't nighttime; it was just getting dark. And then today, we were gonna have the meetup. We went to the pub. We talked about some stuff. You know, how's the camp? How'd you find it? Like, yeah, blah, blah. And then I came back, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. And I nearly missed the Procrastinators podcast.
That
This
would have
took
been
such a long time.
That would have been really fucked up.
Yeah, I still feel like my legs don't work. Like I've been walking because we were in a field. You gotta, if you need to get anything, you need to walk all the way across the field. Every time, there's just a lot of walking. My legs hurt.
Was it
but
like-
well, they don't hurt, but they feel like they have less power, and I keep losing my balance. I gotta sleep more. I gotta get a big sleep on.
saw a tweet from what's her name that was like, when I lay down in a comfy bed, you know I'ma be on my me and honk shoe type shit. That's what I think you were on. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
But it's like cartoon sleep sound effects. Me. Honk shoe. Honk shoe. Shoe. Yes. Ow. I'm hitting myself. Stop hitting myself.
Stop hitting yourself.
I did. Do you want to go to voicemails?
Sure.
Yeah.
We've been going for almost 2 hours. Okay. Sure. Well, let's let me get them. Where did I put them? Where did I put those little guys? There they are. The first voicemail is okay. Well, it's just a question. What if you No, sorry. I think it's what if you invite a former PCP just for one episode? I don't know. Then they'd be on for one episode. Okay, that was terrible. Never mind. Sorry. Okay. I'm stalling because I can't find the link. Okay, here we go. This one is called About a Meme. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, since this is probably just the best use of my time to talk about an already obsolete meme with my favorite internet micro celebrity, Ben, about the garlic bread meme. Obviously, the joke, although not very cool or original, is that garlic bread is a more well-endowed version of the original normal bread, just like the woman with the big titties is a more well-endowed version of the woman with
What
the
do you mean
smaller
well-endowed
boobs, even
with
though
garlic?
I realize that that is somewhat sexist and in keeping with gender norms. And why am I talking about this? What am I doing with my life?
I get it. No, listen, I get that the meme was like, I don't know, I guess it was just pointing out, like, girl is one thing. Like, you have bread and you have girl. A bread with extra is garlic bread. Girl with extra is big boob girl. So it's like, a big boob girl is like a girl with some extra goodness on there. And like, I get it. I just think it's a very banal observation to the point that it's irritating to say it.
It's almost like saying I like garlic bread, like image finished.
Yeah. Or
Like,
I like
garlic
boob.
bread.
I like boobs.
It's like
Like, it's-
almost a Facebook boomer meme.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much how I feel about it. I did get it. I didn't like it. I thought it was a stupid, irritating
Or
joke.
it could be that they think that girls with big boobs stink.
I don't like them.
They got garlic bread.
I do like garlic bread, and I don't like big boobs, so I said no.
That seems incorrect.
That's wrong.
That seems like a lie.
They got it wrong. They fucked it up. Next one is called Hypocrisy. 3, 2, 1, go.
People always ask, where is Nate? Where is
Yes.
Tom
How's Nate?
Oliver? Where is Trixie? But no one ever asks, where is Ben Saint? I want to go kill him. It's a travesty.
He's right. He's so right.
Where are your fingers? And why aren't they around Ben Saint's throat?
All I want to know is where's the podcast?
Where is
Yo, true.
I have still not uploaded any more stuff to the apps because I still don't know what, if anything, there is to be done about the fact that new posts delete the old ones. Lamau.
I think we just like have it be like the latest episodes. I think that's just the better option. And if people really want to go back, they can go to YouTube.
They'll have to go to
the
YouTube.
website.
Yeah, you already can't listen to the first like 12 episodes on, I think, like Spotify and like maybe Google Podcasts. You can on the website. You can on YouTube, and maybe
I feel like
maybe
the people who would go back, or like people who get into the podcast, probably just find new episodes anyway. They don't like think, "Oh, this is a great show. Let's go to episode 1."
Yeah. If you
Maybe they do.
Maybe
that's how everyone.
do that. Yeah.
If you did want to do that, it's possible. It's just like not on Spotify. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, the next one is Slime Times Weekend Update number 9. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello. Welcome back, gangsters, to the Slime Times Weekend Update. Today is a little bit of a quickie because I am too busy because of Rowdy Roughhouse Fun Party Weekend. In lieu of Fun Party Weekend, not because of it, but strangely related, there has been an update to the game where fun has been added to the game.
Right.
And the prefix which is normally exclamation point, can now be changed to fun if you are holding a fun pizza and you use the command exclamation point fun. Very, very intriguing indeed.
That's right.
Furthermore, the Rough House Party Weekend marks also the end of the term of the 3 ringleaders who will be giving up their position and new elections will be held. Finally, some interesting ARG figures have appeared in the city, among whom are Mysterious D, a strange, seemingly former Slime Corp employee, and Mainframe, a weird AI computer thingy-majig. I don't know. I don't understand technology. Okay, ta-ta.
Yeah, fun. I was aware that fun was added to the game. I tried to have...
Like as a stat?
It's more than just a stat. It's a way of life. I was told to try to have some fun, so, to use the fun command. So I did. I tried to use the fun command, but I didn't have a fun pizza, so I died. Even though I'm a kingpin, which like pretty much just was like a cataclysmic event. I don't.
Ben Saint, the cop killer, tried to have fun,
but I
died in the process.
I didn't have a fun pizza. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. But they, listen. I mean, they're working out the kinks, but they're having a lot of fun with it. So, it's good.
Yeah, I like that. They're having a lot of fun.
They're having a lot of fun. They were literally having zero fun before because fun had not been invented yet. But now the game includes fun as one of its many features. So that's big things are happening in RFCK right now.
The next level of that joke is for fun to be the most annoying part of the game that nobody likes doing, but everyone feels obligated to have fun.
Don't be ridiculous. Who would find fun annoying? It's fun. That's what kind of a killjoy would you have to be to even suggest that fun wasn't fun? I just shit. I fucking lost my mind. Lost my mind. Okay, the next one is just a question. Ben, what do you think of the PewDiePie Twitter drama? And I don't know what that's referring to.
I didn't hear anything.
Haven't heard a peep about that, so who cares?
I think I did see PewDiePie mentioned somewhere, and I think he was reacting to a politician or something, or he was reacting to some, I don't know if that's what this is about. Yeah, I don't know what the drama is. Next one is Happy Birthday, Ben. Wait, there's actually an audio with this one. If it will please load. My internet has been very bad. My Slenderman Killer interview videos, they were freezing last night. I was like, no, tell me more. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Is that Tim Allen?
Thanks for the birthday wishes. Okay, next one is a question. Hey Ben, is Nate done with making videos? No. I mean, not like totally done. Oh my god, upscale!
Yeah.
I already put the small versions in RFCK in the community service. I will post all of these full-size versions later. Ooh.
You absolutely can.
Ooh.
The fucking slime exploding out of the cathedral is so funny and cool.
These look so good. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Next, Nate is not done making videos. Actually, I talked to him again about the OVA video, and he told me that he has moved his schedule up. He said he told me he's gonna start working on it like soon, like in a week or two, and he wants to do it. He wants to do it himself, but he's going to do it like soon. That's what he told me. So he's making.
I've heard that before.
I have heard that before, but I don't know. We talked about it more extensively, and I believe. Well, I believe that he sincerely intends to do it. I don't know, but I mean, I don't. I'm not sure what else to say.
I mean, what else can you do?
What else? Yeah, what else can I do? Yeah. I mean, he did eventually do the music video. On that subject, you've seen this, Gib. Drinking Moth, who has sent in many a voicemail and a fan art. Drinking Moth has picked up a couple of the Dojin pages and has been doing some of them, and they look really good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I didn't know if she could match Ed's style, and I would say she did a great job. So I think I will maybe let her do more if she wants.
Damn.
Yeah, Simsy is also working on one. He had sketched out like half of one, and I don't know how far along it is, but so yeah, a few more pages done on that. It is getting. I think there's maybe like 9 or 10. Maybe about 10 pages left to go after all that, so that'll be fun.
It's gonna be finished.
It will actually be finished.
Real.
And I'll print it, and it'll have credits. It'll have all the writer's credits and all the artist credits on the inside cover, probably, and it will be fun.
I can't wait to put that next to my Road to Radcon book.
Yeah. Next one is called Hey Ben, are you excited for Kimi no Mo wa so Miki de Saito D? I don't know what any of this means. Do you know what this
No.
is?
I mean, especially not said like that.
Yeah. Kimi wa... Oh, is
no,
it the...
I don't think I've seen an anime in 100 years.
Oh, Kimi no Nawa is is the title of Your Name, the movie. In Japanese.
Oh, I've not seen those.
So, yeah. Why, is it like the anniversary of its release or something? Yeah, I haven't seen it. Lamau.
I've been following Masaaki Yuasa, and he's been like tweeting like endless gifs of these things from that he's little animations he's done, and like promoting the new film he's worked on, which looks pretty cool.
Cool.
So that's a thing. Masaaki Yuasa has good gifs on Twitter. You should follow him.
It's his claim to fame.
Like he draws like these little animations and just posts them and reposts them. And it's like, yeah, I like seeing that funny man do a funny little dance. It's nice. It's nice on the timeline.
Cool. Hold on. I'm opening up all these upscaled images for later. Okay. The next voicemail is called, it's just called Hi Ben. Let me post the audio.
Oh, Eleazar
Here.
could use one of these upscale things for like the thumbnail, I just realized.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
yeah,
a good thumbnail.
They
Put the logo.
I think it would be cool. Yeah. Fucking fruit fly. I don't know where these fruit flies are coming from. I don't keep food in my room. There's nothing for them to eat in my room, and yet one or two is just constantly in here, and I don't know why. Next one is called... Oh wait, I just posted it. Hi Ben. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, is this some bullshit? Is this...
Oh, I guess I'll call back tomorrow. I forgot that.
What you forget now, eh?
Well, I was supposed to make an appointment. The doctor came back on holidays today. And the only that takes
It's just covert recording of their family.
1 to 3. I thought it was 1 to 4. I just thought about it. But 1 to
That's
3.
great.
Anyway.
That's fantastic. Yes.
What are you gonna do?
More undercover videos of unsuspecting
My
people.
God.
Like, whenever
They
I
have
take
parents.
Whenever.
Potentially.
Oh no.
They
Fuck.
have humans?
Why didn't they tell me? They should have warned me. They have parents. Next one is called Thank You, or it's called TYYYYYY. 3, 2, 1, go.
Why?
I think it's
They're
Are they typing
they're
their
typing
message?
their message. We have to interpret from the key clacks.
But they're just, it's like I can tell they're just running their hand over it.
Okay, great. The next one is an image, but there's also an audio. So here's the Imgur link. Right there.
Breaking train strikes.
rail
workers
workers
have been left with no choice but to escalate industrial action due to the NSFW government refusal to commit to safety changes and decision to gut family and domestic violence leave for rail workers.
Okay.
Okay. My brain didn't read that. I read it, but I didn't understand anything
So
because
there's-
I'm not thinking.
So there's a rail worker strike because of government cutbacks.
Government doesn't care about human beings, and that sucks.
The next one. Well, here's the audio. 3, 2, 1, go.
So a state in Australia bought some trains from overseas, but because of safety concerns, the union won't drive them until they're modified a bit. There's been a long chain of the state government saying they'd fix it and then going back on it, which has culminated in this upcoming strike action, and it is just so base that it brings a tear to my eye. Hurting the corporation and the state government with as little damage to the common citizen as possible, such as by just letting everyone ride any train for free. It's beautiful.
Oh,
It
you
is
know,
beautiful.
Oh, so they're like
that is a cool way to do it.
So they're like in protest. They're just like not charging commuters.
They're just
Is that
opening the
idea?
gates. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Very good. Very base. Yeah. Nice. Heartwarming. The next one is called the Stunning Boofer Effect. Yeah, the Stunning Boofer Effect. There it is. 3, 2, 1, go.
Don't you find it fascinating how the best example of the Dunning-Kruger effect is the Dunning-Kruger effect? Think about it. Say
Yeah,
you're having
it is.
some conversation or disagreement with someone, and there's some problem that you can't really seem to get over. And maybe their head's in the right place, or they just don't have all the details, and instead of trying to address the problem, you just say, you see, you're the Dunning-Kruger effect. You think you know more than you know, but actually you're a complete idiot. Don't you think that's interesting? And you walk away.
Well,
The thing is, you're that guy. That's you.
what?
You haven't attempted to make the problem better.
You
or
don't-
try
you
and
don't
iron
bring it
out
up
the
in an
conflict
argument
in
to win the
way.
argument.
You haven't tried to teach them anything or try and amend their misunderstanding. All you've done is try and make yourself look smarter than you actually are by bringing up something completely unrelated.
I don't
to the
think this-
problem.
I
Works.
I think this guy is Dunning-Kruger
You are the
himself.
I just thought that was interesting.
I've come up with this amazing idea. The Dunning-Kruger effect is it's the Dunning-Kruger effect mostly.
I agree it would be stupid if someone is talking out their ass about something to be like, aha, I got you now. You see, you have lost the argument because you are Dunning-Krugering. You're Dunning-Krugering so hard right now.
I don't know
owned.
that happens the most, but I've not even...
That's not
yeah,
the
I'm-
context I generally hear it brought up in. So I don't know.
No, I mean, maybe it happens. I don't know.
I'm actually slightly disappointed because the real interesting thing about the Dunning-Kruger effect and how it's misunderstood a lot by people who quote it is the fact that the graph is different. If I can
explain.
Okay, so it's like when someone's new to a topic, they're just getting into it. They're like, "Oh, I'm starting to understand this. Wow, I know everything." Whoa, they think they're real smart and all that. And then, the usual graph you see is one that looks like this, right? If it'll post, it's like,
yeah,
and
seen
like
something like this
it's a
before.
useful illustrative tool. But there's actually been tests into people's confidence versus their actual ability. Like, because you can test that, you can quiz people on like how well do you think you know this topic or that topic or this other topic, and they'll give like a response, and then you can test them.
Let me guess.
and-
Does it actually like rise in zigzags? Oh,
Pretty much, very subtly zigzags.
This isn't
It's like
exact. This isn't quite what I was. What I meant, but okay. What's going on here?
Well, the actual test score is going to be a straight line because that's just 0 to 100, right? And then the perceived ability is sort of like I don't know. It sort of just goes up. But I guess that's...
I've seen the second one, and I do forget that this is because it's the overestimation of your ability versus the underestimation of your ability when you're actually more capable than you realize.
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
The real effect is that everyone thinks they're above 50%, even when they're definitely not. And that's the real effect that you get from this. And
I
also
feel
the
like...
bit at the end where people who are really smart like undersell themselves a little bit. Those are like the real takeaways from this, I think. And I think that's interesting.
I feel like these two graphs are not totally at odds with each other. I mean, they're not the same. But like you have the bottom quartile, which like they do overestimate themselves by the biggest amount, and then that number goes down and down until it eventually flips to the negative.
I feel like it's exaggerated for effect, but like maybe gives a wrong impression of like how much confidence people have when they're just starting out, because they don't. It's not as high. It's not higher than
the first one.
Highest.
The first one is sort of a PragerU, like what units are confidence measured in this graph.
Confidence is like loudness of voice when saying how cool you are. Decibels.
Measured in decibels. Yeah.
I mean, the first graph could probably be true if you limited like your test to only people who like have super like big egos and think they're super smart, because like I guess the second graph is more looking at like an average population maybe, whereas most people aren't super cocky like that, but like for people who are super cocky, maybe the first graph would apply a little bit, but the first graph is more just like an idea. It's not like tested.
If it's an average, then it would just mean that on average, people with lower skill would more likely rate themselves much higher than people with higher skill.
I'm curious, like, what this test was in, because I don't think every subject matter is something that like everyone thinks they're above 50% at.
I've never looked into the initial like papers on it.
Well, I got it from watching this video, which I watched quite a long time ago. There might be more information, or maybe there's a source.
I guess I'm curious about the methodology that generated this graph and like what was being tested exactly.
Is their ability to 360 no scope?
Like, was it like SAT like language and like basic like math geometry stuff, or was it like, I don't know, some kind of like specialized field? And was the test done among people who were involved in that field, or was it done among complete laymen who literally like didn't know anything at all about it, period? I would assume that would affect the results.
Like, for the results to be as good as possible, it would need to be like as broad a range. But yeah, I don't know. Who did? It's like 2 people.
It would need to be
like four people. They asked.
It would need to be something that like even anyone in the general population is at least somewhat familiar with, but that there also exists the possibility to become like an expert in. Like maybe something like reading people's body language or something like that.
Yeah. This is other graph. I mean, the full studies that these are from they're not linked in the description. They're just named. I guess we could look into it if we wanted to be smart boys. But I'm too
confident.
lazy.
What's the confidence versus accuracy?
Yeah, I don't entirely know. I'd watch the video, but then I'd be hearing audio and not hearing you guys. So
okay, Eleazar, we're all just gonna pause the podcast and watch this video. And you're gonna leave it all in.
You're gonna leave it all in.
Yeah, I'll watch this later.
I'll watch it later. I need a refresher.
Dumbass Kroger.
Okay, the next one is again. There's an Imgur album plus audio. So let's see the album first.
Mustangs. It's a JoJo thing.
Crystal Method. This is written in Spanish?
This is cute. I like this sort of stuff. I used to do this. Not this exactly, but
These are JoJo stands with with their stats. Potential, power, speed, precision, durability, range. Movement energizes the limbs and heart, making it faster, but too much burns the user. Oh, these are descriptions of what each one does.
these are actually really cool designs. I like the second guy's sort of face.
The second guy is crazy.
I'm not that much of a JoJo head. I don't know a ton. I mean, I know what stands are.
I haven't watched any JoJo.
Why? Not that I'm complaining, but why did you send these to our voicemail?
Yeah,
I don't know. They're proud of it.
I guess. I mean,
put them on a fridge.
That's fair enough. But let's hear. Oh well, let's hear the audio. Maybe there's a elaboration. Here we go. All right, there we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
A very fun idea to draw. Have you ever tried making stands like in JoJo
No.
stands?
Never.
Like
I drew my own Bankai when I was littler.
Or a superpower, a very specific or complicated or stupid. You make a humanoid type thing, maybe with the stand user beside it. Like, it's very abstract. I really like to do it.
I understand.
I have one I didn't finish. That he has like ketchup containers that shoots a substance that whatever the user is thinking, whatever food he's thinking, it makes whatever it splashes out the thing. So like he can turn you into a cracker and break you easily.
What?
he thinks of a food, it turns you into the food. All right.
No, he has a ketchup container that squirts the thing you're thinking of. So it can squirt out crackers. Is that what he said?
So if you think about crackers, you have like a ketchup bottle, and you squeeze it, and crackers come out.
Well, they said liquid. They said a liquid substance comes out based on a food you're thinking of.
So what part of that turns you into a cracker so he can break you up into?
I think it's separate from the ketchup thing. Okay. Is that he can think of you as a food and then like eat you as such. Like you are a hot dog, and then he bites you.
I mean, pretty wacky.
But if you to counter it, you have to just think of yourself as really unappetizing food, and then he can't bite you. Do you like
makes sense
hummus?
To me.
Oh, I don't know. Oh no, I can't eat you now.
Oh no,
you foiled me.
No, but it's not halal. No, I'm not halal. No, I got pork in me. No, I can't be hummus. You reform back into a man. Next one is where was I? Ben's weekly reminder: play Deltarune Chapter 2. Okay. Ben's weekly reminder: catch up to One Piece. I actually really do mean to do that, and I want.
Oh,
to do that.
I need to do that as well. There's apparently a big image that I want to look at.
I've been seeing a lot of Yamato fan art on Twitter lately.
Yamato is so fucking cool.
I didn't really like the idea of him joining the crew like so quick. It seemed like it happened really fast. But I mean, maybe I'll change my mind.
Maybe because you read it all at once. Yeah. I've been reading Wano like weekly, and so it has been like years since it began. Maybe even a year since Yamato was introduced on the thing. So like, I guess it did come a bit abrupt. Like, I want to join, but it did make sense because the fucking all of the thing with Odin going away. and seeing the world is like paralleled because of the they want to be Odin and all that. And Momo is like capable of protecting himself now.
I need to I must be like 10 or 12 chapters behind, maybe more. I don't remember.
You're still in the fight then, right?
I'm like at the I think I have not concluded the fight with Kaido just yet. So, yeah, I don't know what developments are going on with that yet. But I feel like I'm missing out by not being caught up.
You should, cuz like I mean, it's always fun after the big events to see how the world reacts. There's some big shit. There's some big like, oh my god, oh Pog, I'm pogging for One Piece. I can't wait for more.
You know, I think I saw some spoilers, but I forget them. So
yeah, good.
Whatever. Yeah.
Epic.
I don't remember what it was I saw.
The butler had the One Piece the whole time.
Yeah. Next one is called Till I Draw Again, but seriously scroll back and share to Gib. Here's the fucking mouse,
Scroll
please.
back and share to Gib.
Anyway.
Art?
I don't know. I mean, there's no link. There's no art link. Just here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey Ben, I don't have any images to share with you this week, as everything I've drawn at work contains spoilers to the comic. The comic that is about Give and Take visiting you. I'm sorry. Until next week. Oh fuck, don't forget to show Give these pictures. Please and thank you.
I don't know what they mean.
Aren't they talking about the ones?
I've seen the
from
ones
last week
that happened on the podcast. I didn't see last week. Was there one on last week?
Oh, I don't. There were ones of like me lying down with my butt showing, and I didn't like them.
Oh wait, is this it? I see an Imager album. The first ones were banned, but I started thinking about monkeys.
Yeah, I don't think those were about you.
Hey, there's your butt.
I will restate again that the artist knew, if you would like to draw anything for the Dojin, I would be overjoyed to let you draw a piece of it.
I believe I saw their YouTube account make a comment. I forgot to mention it.
Oh.
I saw an account saying new, and I'm like, that might be them. But I forgot to message them.
Shoot.
So a couple podcasts back, maybe you'll find it.
Maybe I'll go
destroyed.
Maybe I'll go hunt for that.
Yeah.
Just to see. Yeah. The next one is called Mega Man Legendary Characters. There we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
There's this guy in Mega Man 64, and if you talk to him, he's like, hey, did you know? And you say yes, he's like, oh, so you did know. But if you say no, he's like, oh, I guess you don't know. And I think that guy is the coolest NPC in like video game history ever.
I don't remember such a guy. But it sounds like
I think I've seen that, like a screenshot of that, because that sounds familiar.
I feel I talked to NPCs. I don't remember a guy saying anything like that.
Was that in Legends? Probably would be.
64 is Legends. Just Legends was on the PlayStation, and 64 was on the N64.
Oh, is that them?
I found the comment you referenced, but there's no links to any pages or anything here.
Yeah, an enigma.
Yeah, I mean, seems like if he's got the same name, so yeah, it could be. Anyway, I don't know.
I love you, New. I like your work.
New, if you want to draw some for the Dojin, we'd be thrilled. Next
I'd
one.
pog out of my skull.
I would have to agree. Next one is called it's called Slime Times Weekend Update Breaking. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Breaking news. I say breaking news. Ben Saint, aka the Cop Killer, has killed himself with the Fun Command. I repeat, he has killed himself with the Fun Command. He did not have a fun pizza as per requirement while using the Fun Command, and therefore perished in a horrifying manner. He then also lost all of his Kingpin slime for an extended period of time, and the Rowdies were more on top than ever. This has been an absolute win for not only the Rowdies, but for RFCK in general. Thank you and good night.
Hey, at least I had fun. You know, it was.
It doesn't matter. Had fun.
Yeah.
Fun had you.
And fuck slime. You know what? Fuck slime. I'm all about fun now. Fun. Frankly, there are more important things like having fun. And that's just what I did. Damn it. Next one is called Slime Times Apologies. There it is. 3, 2, 1, go.
We at the Slime Times Weekend Update Redaction would like to offer our sincerest apologies in our role for the death of Ben Saint at the hands of Fun and Fun Pizza, because we did not get to him in time with our new information as to not only the introduction but also the mechanics of the Fun and Fun Pizza. That being said, get wrecked. Plus L, plus ratio, plus purple.
It was sabotage. It was Sabotage. Demodunk, who is a Rowdy, was like, "Hey Ben, try the Fun Command." I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't know if he knew that it would kill me. I'm not sure. I'm not clear on that part. But it was
this whole Rowdies
murder.
versus Killers things was completely ended with a little prank, a little joke.
Yeah, just with a fun little prank. Like, well, the other guy's dead. Okay. Next one is it's a Vokaroo link. No, sorry, it's not. The next one is called The Jokar and Batman Has a Chat.
Okay.
Wait. No.
Jokar.
The Jokar and Batman Has a Chat. There. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I slipped and fell on a banana peel, and the banana peel went right up my ass. Except it wasn't a banana. It was a dildo. Society is conspiring to make me gay. You're wrong, the Jokar. You put the dildo there yourself. You're gay, the Jokar. I'm not fucking gay. Shut the fuck up. Then explain the cat pose I found on your browser history. You literally fuck a cat, Batman. She's a pussy, the Jokar. She's a pussy on multiple levels. That just makes you a furry. I literally dress up as a giant bat. I'm comfortable with who I am, while you repress your true self. That's why you're the villain. I'm not gay!
He's right.
Okay. I guess we can all learn something. You know what?
Putting a dildo up your ass isn't gay.
I
it's
guess
just an
not.
accident.
I guess it's just a
whoops.
It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank, bro. Dude, I pranked myself. I put a dildo up there. It was so funny. I laughed so much.
I laughed so hard at myself in the mirror while I was doing it. Okay. It's like Goofus and Gallant, you know. Be like Batman. Don't be like the Jokar. Don't hide. Don't hide from who you are. Just let it out. Pride Month is over.
Damn.
Now Pride Month continues.
Next,
I will just do Pride Month in October.
No, stop being proud. No more pride. It is a sin.
I like myself,
Read
Ben says. What are you gonna do about
I'm
it?
gonna fire guns.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Stop
shit.
liking yourself. I'll like you instead.
Yeah. The next one is a Vocaroo link. I have linked it there for you. Are we ready to begin listening?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
My favorite show on the internet, son of a glitch.
Yes, it's son of a...
What's inside a dog's butthole? An educational Minecraft video for kids! He uploaded 2 days ago. Shoving a Robloxian up a wolf's ass with a metal ball. Lol Roblox vor XD. Wolfaboo versus my asshole, part 1.
Fuck. Mojang wants to know your location.
The Fox Butthole guy.
It sounded like hyenas laughing.
Fox Butthole
the
guy.
hyenas are looking at the foxes over there, putting things up their ass.
Just like, the Fox Butthole guy just wants to be a teen in the early aughts, and I mean, I get it. It was a better
Who
time.
doesn't?
Yeah. He just wants to say Lamau XD and use little cat face emotes and be an emo goth girl who strangles and murders her neighbor in between posting about, oh, I'm so fucked up. I wish I could just make the pain go away on her MySpace. Next one is that girl's getting out, by the way. Or that girl might. No, she's not getting out. She's not getting out of jail.
Talking about? I thought you were talking about yourself. Like that was what you wanted.
No, was the emo girl that murdered her neighbor. No, I'm wrong. She's not getting out, but she does have fans, and people send her fan mail, and people like her.
I mean, I can see that there's potential.
I kind of see
with the description.
Yeah, I kind of see the appeal a little bit. Not saying I condone it or anything, but I think I can wrap my head around
killing,
it.
It's probably a bad thing.
I would say it's overall negative. Yeah, I would say it's overall a net negative. Okay, the next one is a
I have to go.
Oh, okay. Well, you just want to hang on until you heard the son of a glitch? Was that the plan?
Well, I have to go.
Okay. All right.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Oblivion.
Thank you for being on Oblivion. Bye.
Oh, thank you.
Don't forget to save your audio.
Uh-oh. He did it. The next one is a Dropbox link. Which... Wait.
Does that mean...
What is it?
Could it be that you posted it wrong?
No. I
didn't turn into a link.
Well, do I have to add HTTP? Is this how new communicates? Is that what you're thinking?
Oh, it is, but yeah, this is not a comic.
This is thinking of making a comic, trying to make a comic. I mean,
it might be new anyway. Yeah, dude, I know what it's like. You think about it, you're like, what if I was good at it? And
I would say,
what if it was amazing?
This is true. This is true of anything. Honestly, this is true of making or doing almost anything. You know what? I just had a thought, and I'm gonna do it. This is like retroactive. Something or other. But I just think that in the previous part, when I was talking about the Slender Man girls, I just want to have an image. I just want to have an image to go along with the killers. It's so funny. I feel like I should have posted this back then because it's really funny to imagine these people as the murderers. The one on the left, the one on the right is the schizophrenic one. The one on the left is just the one that seems to like really believe. The one that
in my head, I really was imagining a lot younger than these.
I mean 12. Yeah.
12, yeah, but like they're starting to like be adult
they're
face ways.
Yeah, they're pubescent. Yeah, you're right. They're not like little kids. Although they talk like little kids. Like they talk about like on the day of or the day before the murder, they talk about like it wasn't an actual murder. They talk about what they did and like they like played on the slide, they played on the swings, like they played dress up, like they played with silly putty. Like they're talking about the stuff that they did. I think they sound even younger than they actually are, to be honest. Describing their doings. So yeah, some kind of Arrested Development or a developmental. I was gonna say retardation, but I didn't mean in that way. I meant in just the literal meaning of like that the development was slowed down. Anyway, next one is short RPG recommendation. This must be because I said that I would play a video game, which I didn't do. That's not true. I played those Mega Mans. They changed everything. Short RPG recommendation. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
You kids were talking about cool, short indie RPGs, and I have a great recommendation in that domain. Deltarune Chapter 2!
Yeah! Woo!
I mean, it is a woo. It is good. It's like Deltarune, but it's the second part.
This is gonna sound stupid. I feel like I've heard about Deltarune. Not that I've like been spoiled on it. I have somewhat, but not that I've been like so spoiled on it that I don't want to play it. But I feel like I've heard it mentioned so many times that I almost feel like I already know what it is, even though I really don't. But I kind of have the feeling like, oh, Deltarune Chapter 2, oh, I know what that is. Oh, I already know it. But I know that that's wrong, and it's not true. It's not accurate.
Hey, I don't care. I liked it.
Okay.
You can do what you like with your time.
I want to play it. You know what? Probably the way it might work out is that just I won't play it until Deltarune Chapter 3 drops, and then I'll finally be like, well, I guess I gotta play Chapter 2 now. And then maybe I will. But that's stupid. Yeah. That's just a stupid way to do things.
Yeah, it's just, like, I don't know. It'll take, like, 5 hours, maybe, to see everything, click on all the things. And be like, yeah, I've got my fill of Deltarune Chapter 2. I don't know exactly how long it would take, but, like, not that long.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think when I was 12, I was not playing dress up, playing with silly putty, playing on the slides, playing on the swings. I think I was fucking playing video games. I was engaging in high culture and high art. I was experiencing the greatest masterpieces ever set before the humankind, playing Final Fantasy VII and Secret of Mana. So
yeah,
I think
don't remember what age I was. I was definitely playing video games around that age, but also riding like scooters down the hill really, really fast, high speed, and crashing.
Yeah, I think I was, I didn't. Yeah, thinking about it, I have to say I think these girls definitely did not act 12. They acted like 8 to 10 or something maybe. Yeah. That's it. I didn't even think about it at the time. I was like, oh, they're talking like little kids. They're such little kids, but they're not. Yeah, but they're not that little. Not that little. My thoughts keep returning to these funny little Chunibyo murder monsters. That's it. That's all the voicemails.
Oh, wow.
That was the last one. Yeah, I know. There weren't like that many. There was only just barely over 1 page of them today. Mercifully. Oh, we're just short of 3 hours. Can we stretch it out for another 10 minutes? can we bullshit for 10 minutes, waste everybody's time, just so like the one guy in the comments won't make the joke comment that he doesn't even sincerely mean of like, oh, can't believe it wasn't 3 hours. I just want to satisfy that guy. I just care so much.
I mean, I could talk about old school RuneScape.
Hey,
I could talk about how like I don't remember when they did this, but it could have been when old school RuneScape was announced that they were gonna do a mobile version of the RuneScape, RuneScape 3 and old school, which can be controlled with clicking on things like you would click with your mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been playing it just when I was at camp. I was like, any downtime when I was like, all right, I don't have any obligations right now, and I'm tired, I'm just gonna sit here and look at my phone. I could play RuneScape, and it's like, it's so cool. Like, when I was younger...
That is pretty cool.
RuneScape is like, it's this thing I love to do. If I had RuneScape on my phone at school, like, I would always be playing it. It's just so cool that the technology allows me to play a nostalgic game that is like kept up with updates, not to like change the game fundamentally, but to add new content in an old-fashioned style, which is great. It's like a rich community, and I can play it on my fucking phone, and it works like a dream. It's like, it's not a very graphically intensive game. It's so fucking cool that they can do that. That I can do that.
So is RuneScape, would you say it's like basically the same as it was when you were younger? Is it more or less the same game?
Oh, well, yeah, if you don't know, RuneScape had many updates and changes to its graphical fidelity and stuff.
Yeah.
Over the years. And at some point they super revamped it, and RuneScape that you understand as RuneScape was actually RuneScape 2. There's an older version of RuneScape called RuneScape Classic now that looks even more shitty.
Nice.
So RuneScape 3 came out, and it was like the same world, same map, same everything, but just now they had like shadows that were cast, and like graphically updated all of the animations and the facial animations and so much of the stuff. And it was like completely different. And so many people were like, I appreciate that you're trying to keep it relevant, but I don't like it. I want it to look shitty like it used to. And so Jagex, the company, is like, okay, well, it's gonna take money to upkeep servers for that. So if we do a poll and we get a certain amount of people who say yes, we will play and continue to play this, we will do it. And they did a poll, and they got so much positive response for that poll to, yes, please go back. So they branched off, they continue making RuneScape 3 stuff, and now they also have a team dedicated to old school RuneScape, which is like stuck in 2007 in terms of game mechanics and animations, and it's like, it's just, yeah, it's exactly the same as it was, barring a few like additional bits of content that are like separate from the content you know. So like every, like, I don't know, Lumbridge Castle, there's nothing new there. I think they have added a quest or two to like simple areas, like a few quest NPCs, but a lot of new content is like, oh, a new island or a new area of the map has been added on, and that you can go there by boat, and it's like, it's but they keep it in the same style it was before, and it's like, yeah, you know, it's a really good maintenance of that older feeling game, and it's great.
Are you familiar with Adventure Quest?
I am. I made a video about that as well.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was like an Igmavo Tuidage thing.
I totally forgot. I totally forgot about it. I mean, I know, like, when I was in, like... Yeah, like, when I was maybe in, like, middle or high school, I think... Maybe not high school. In, like, middle school, on like the library computers. Sometimes I would play Adventure Quest, which is a terrible, terrible game.
Oh, it sucks so much, but I kind of love it.
Yeah, but it's I haven't looked at it in a long, long time. I know that it was like they kept adding more content to it, but like the graphical style, the visual style changed like a lot, and it seems like they expanded it into like a bunch of stuff that like spun off into entirely different games. Like there's Adventure Quest 3D and Adventure Quest Worlds, and I don't know what any of those are. And my perception is that Adventure Quest, like you can sort of go back and sort of start Adventure Quest from the beginning and play the beginning of it sort of the way you remember it as it really was back in the day. But then like it's just full of all this like fucking cruft and like add-ons and like other stuff and like all these different quest lines that like don't look anything like or function like the old ones.
I've gone back at the same time I got back into old school RuneScape. I was like, well, Adventure Quest was a similar time. Like I want to check that out.
Yeah.
I got on to my old account, and it wasn't the oldest account. I think I had made this back when I made my video.
Yeah.
So I had like a fresh-ish account. But like the thing I love about it is that they keep a lot of the older stuff and mix in the new stuff, and some quest lines they just have like really, really bad version like artwork of characters that in every other area of the game they have much more updated, detailed artwork.
It's straight up like fucking MS Paint level. Some of the assets in that game.
It's so like some of the monsters are just
completely amateur.
Completely amateur. Like they downloaded Flash 2004. Macromedia Flash, and they fucked around and it's like, oh, gradients look good. Let's do gradients everywhere.
yeah. For real.
And I was a little sad though, because I went back and I'm like, one of my favorite armor sets was the Werepire, where you do the vampire quest, and then you do the werewolf quest, and you have to like remove your vampirism and remove your werewolf thing, and then you can do the Werepire, where you can combine both of them.
Is this a reference to Underworld?
I do not know.
Okay. It was a movie about hybrid werewolf vampires.
But like the animation for that is like, you're so big. Like your artwork when you're a werepire, it used to be like huge, and you would have these bat wings and you would have these big wolf claws, and you would just go like your big arm would just go up and down and smack them.
Hell yeah.
But I looked and they've updated that one. So the werewolf and the werepire are now more detailed versions of the animations, and they look all right, but like
they're not.
I think it's kind of cool, but also kind of sad that they're updating Adventure Quest still.
I don't know. Nobody's like just genuinely like just getting into Adventure Quest and playing it now, right?
I don't think so. No, I mean it's the sort of thing you would see in a banner ad, but like who sees banner ads anymore? Everyone has ad block.
That's also true, actually.
It's like it's so like there's a few weapons that are like, oh, I remember this weapon, but now it's like got like 100 more different lines, and it's like artwork crafted in some sort of a way, and it's like, yeah, but I like it when it was just like you drew it like with a line tool, geometric shit with the gradient
and
thing
you put
on
a
it,
gradient on it, yeah.
But like that's what I would do. I would be like, I want to find like the shitty versions of these weapons, and sometimes you can find like a weapon that hasn't been updated. And I'm like, okay, this is worse stats, but I like the look of it, so I'm gonna wear that.
I remember I tried to get like a full like light elemental armor set, and I remember the shield was so funny because I'm gonna describe it to you. It looked like you used the circle tool to draw a circle and filled in with the paint tool, filled it in white. And then you use like the line tool to just draw like triangles around the edge of it. You just and color them in yellow. and then you animated them to like spin around and flash. But it was literally that simple.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
I love that shit.
Yeah, it's like I would hate to log on to Adventure Quest and see that like they made the light shield look good. Like, no.
Yeah, I don't
just
know.
Let it be a fucking flash circle.
They've updated like all the generic like class armor sets, like, oh, you're a barbarian or fighter or a mage or default armor. And it's so silly because the Adventure Quest face is like a little anime face.
Yep.
And it's got a certain look to it, and it's just like a line.
And
that head is the same. They've kept that almost exactly the same. There's now like a girl version where they have lipstick.
Yeah.
But that's about it. A few new hairstyles, but like that head is the exact same head. But the armor they changed from the default is like twice as tall and beefier looking, and it does not match the silly little head that you have.
Yeah, the little how to draw anime face.
Yeah, the little how to draw anime face on this much more realistic and much bigger. It looks like it just looks like you're a tiny person piloting a robot like mech suit, but you're fully in the torso and the arms and legs are not yours. It looks so silly.
Wait, I've just found a great screenshot. Oh my god. Yeah, this is the Adventure Quest that I remember right here. Look at these gradients.
Yes.
Look at this fucking gradient.
Look at that, the fucking Windzards. All the Frogzard things.
They made that Frogzard asset and they were like, this is a winner. We're gonna recolor this and we're gonna have like thousands of the different variants. Because we got this face. This face is a little different. There's the anime face is like the side facing one is the default.
It's the normal. Yeah, that is odd. I've not seen that before.
This one
must be some sort of a strange quest thing.
Yeah, maybe. Oh,
the
yeah, like
background as well. Look at that.
Yeah,
I love that because it's like it's so clear that this is started by one guy who didn't know how to do anything. It's like, I want to build a world, and they fucking did it.
He fucking did it.
He started with nothing.
Yeah,
and he made like little green hills. Little penguins.
He started with nothing. No money, no capital, no skills, no ambition, no vision, nothing. But he did it. But he rose above all of that to create Adventure Quest. Oh man. Yeah. Good times. Good times.
I also noticed they updated a lot of the sounds. So like the shitty like sounds when you do a water based attack, it would sound like a bloop, 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 and then fire would be like. They changed it, and the new sounds aren't even like that much better. They're just like clearer. But there is an option to use the old-fashioned sounds, which I like. Or like use old art for some enemies, which is nice that they have that.
You can you can toggle that on.
Yeah, but only for
that
some
good.
things. A lot of things just are different now, which is. I would have liked that they could like switch between all the different like things, but I don't know. Maybe it's difficult.
That's nice.
There's so many items in that game.
It's nice for anything that there is the option for, and I mean, I get like honestly, if I was the developer. I would maybe be like, damn, I made these assets. This game has used these assets for years. Like, yeah, they look like shit, but I'm still kind of attached to them. Like, I don't want them to just go away. Like, yeah, let's leave them in there as a toggleable option.
I need to find...
And I, as a player, would feel the same way, so...
I need to find an image of the... it's apparently hard to Google... Because, like, there's an enemy, maybe you remember, an enemy which is, like, a robed humanoid, mage, but they just have an earthworm head. A worm comes up, and it's their head is a worm.
That sounds familiar.
It looks so stupid, and I want to see it, but I tried to find it in like random encounters. I couldn't find one. So I don't know if they updated it, but it's the funniest looking guy, and I can't Google it for some reason. I don't know what they're called. I might have to look at a wiki.
Is it from a quest called War of the Worms? There's
a whole section of like earthworm-based humanoid enemies in Adventure Quest. So there probably would have been a quest about it.
Apparently there are people called Worm Men, and there's somebody called Mr. Worm is just a regular worm. Worm Caster, Worm Knight, Worm Rider. These have to be it. There's no image.
No image.
Oh, what the fuck? The wiki doesn't have an image for it.
Gotta find it. Hey, viewer. Your task this week is to download Adventure Quest and find a worm caster. And then post about it.
Nope.
At me on Twitter when you find the worm caster.
Nope, I found it.
Oh, shit.
But it looks more like a snake than a worm.
There he is. I remember his animation being really funny. Like, he would just hold his arm up, just like flatly, like from 90 degrees to, at his side to 90 degrees, and it's just like shoot a big like triangle of dark magic at you and put it down. They're a worm. There's a worm coming out.
Yeah, I remember. Like, if you have like an elemental sword, you have like a water elemental sword. And you hit with it, it doesn't even make a sword sound. It just makes a little water bloop sound. Because it deals water damage.
Yeah, you got like a scythe with like wind thing. It'd go whoosh when you slice them.
Well, oh man. Good times.
We did it. We got over 3 hours.
Probably not, because we'll probably have to edit some of that out. You know what? I don't even want to make it to 3 hours. Fuck that guy. I changed my mind.
Oh my god.
Alright. I guess that's it. I guess we're done. But I do want to...
I'm pretty tired.
Okay.
I would like... I think I have some things to talk about, but like, they're not like time sensitive.
Okay.
It's just sort of like, I'm gonna try working out, and I'm gonna do it.
Oh, I haven't been doing.
I'm gonna do
been
that.
doing that in a month or two. It's pretty shitty.
I'm gonna try and keep it up for a month. That's my goal.
That's good.
To be consistent for at least 30 days in a row. Not that I would do it every day, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I want to remind everyone to become a patron at patreon.com/theprocrastinators. I did upload a bonus cast. It's just me airing thoughts about Trixie, because I didn't want to post on Twitter about them. I didn't want to say what I had to say on Twitter because I knew it would make people mad and people would yell at me on Twitter, and I didn't want to. So I just recorded myself
monetize that beef. It's the best thing to do.
I just recorded myself explaining some thoughts I have about what's going on with her these days that I think people don't really grasp. And it's a little 20-minute bonus episode it's up for patrons. Yes.
We gotcha.
I would have posted on Twitter, but everyone's so fucking mean to me every time I do that. Everyone gets so mad at me for no reason. Not everyone, but there's always a few people come out of the wood. Even this time when I was like, you know what? I'm not going to say it on Twitter. A couple people still were like angry at me, tried to insult me, said that like there's something wrong with me for that. Like they're so upset that I would talk ill of someone. They just care so much. Literally, they care more than I do, and I'm still mad. But anyway, just gotta let everyone know. Also, you know what we should do? Here's what I think we should do. When Nate finishes the OVA, we should do a bonus episode where we take the raw footage, the behind the scenes raw footage, and we commentate it.
the raw footage of the OVA, like all the video?
Yeah, like, you know, because like
I think that's quite a lot of like. I think that could be a quite. Actually, no.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Might be like an hour.
I haven't strung it all together.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I haven't seen any of that stuff. Nate's got the raw footage. I assume there's.
So have I.
I assume there's. You do?
Yeah, I mean, it was initially gonna be edited by me, but then I gave the footage to Nate.
Oh.
So that he could do it. Do you remember?
No, I forgot.
Like, Nate wanted to do it, and he offered to do it, and that's why he's still gonna do it.
I don't know.
I don't want to edit it, honestly.
I mean,
I'm glad that he took up the mantle, because...
yeah, I don't want to edit it. I feel like if he actually wanted to edit it, he could have done it by now. So, I don't know. But I guess he still wants to. Well, I don't know. I assume there would probably be not that much. But I assume there's probably like funny outtakes and stuff, and like multiple takes of the same shot and all that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, either that, or we could just do a commentary of the episode, the OVA itself.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's also. I guess that's also true. Now yeah. I would be, you know what? Well, I would be interested to see the like the unedited footage and see like what's in there. Is there anything like even worth preserving outtake wise? I don't know.
There's probably some.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought that would be exciting because I haven't seen any of that footage. Except for, I guess, the stuff that was in the music video. Yeah. But other than that, I genuinely don't even remember, like, a lot of what is even in the OVA in terms of, like, jokes and stuff. It's going to be a surprise to me as much as anyone else. I've forgotten, like, all of it. All right.
I remember we ran on the beach. That's all I remember.
I remember running on the beach. I remember we all crowded into the shower together.
Oh, wow.
I remember... What else do I remember? I mean, I remember there was some stuff with the Geno cutout.
Yeah.
I don't really remember what exactly.
No, we can't spoil anything.
Yeah.
Nobody's seen anything. Nobody knows anything.
I mean, they've seen the Geno cutout.
They've seen the Geno cutout.
I mean,
we couldn't not include Geno.
I'll spoil. He is in the OVA. So, oh wait, I think, right?
He's definitely in the music video. I think we did shoot some stuff for the OVA.
The shower. I remember running on the beach. I mean, I remember filming the music video, like. I remember filming the music video better than... You know what? I don't know. I'm hoping that the Dojin and the music video will be done around the similar time. I would like to release it all at once. Release the OVA and at the same time be like, hey, we've also published the Dojin and Road to RadCon. They're linked in the WordPress. The WordPress. That's what I was thinking of. That would be funny. Yeah. Okay, I'm just rambling now.
Yeah, wowie.
Wowie. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for listening to this podcast. I'm gonna go lie down.
Okay. I'm gonna go and get up because I feel like I'm still waking up from when we started recording this thing. Okay. I'm gonna go work
Goodbye.
on some. I'm gonna go draw some stuff for my book. Okay. Bye.
Bye.